ye nyina ya kabum ena yedu dwadi no enso eba no pay ye ba mu nyina kwa ba esan so ema mache e de ba eyishu no so na ye bebo nkomo ni pii ye no so ena edi dwuma no me person ka Facebook sound no ebitum nenka ma de me question no enso de aba na fi no ya shase enso ready some of your comments eno enso ewo chese okay so say sound no eye kama ewo eye Facebook onti no ye betimi ato aso na yakwaye nim na said the medical can say Christian edu say wa ha Maxwell enso atenase yebo adwuma ra pay enso de amamo na minimo ara me pese me bisa we no real quick na afio no ye de ensebe nyina enso etim ehye so kama sesei ohe baby a yabo season akwa akoduru ohe teams no obi a ho wodene ni e ka se yenje league November December nemum ebuka evunu January hori ko February ena yeje league no eno ena me person ne me bisa se so ohe de Arsenal club no Mikel Arteta ene ne mrantie no atwere ebesi this time you catch yourself better last coin on Arsenal so obeji Premier League no this season are you willing to do that? Oh, you ready? So be better or last coin on Arsenal so obeji Premier League title no this season. Champions League no your man fan can because last season you hu de ko wiye in fact you first round no Arsenal position away na Liverpool but enyo no Nigeria. In fact, the OG eventual winners no na onye part of clubs omunya sa automatic qualification na on count PSG OG Champions League last season na on count. It is the reason why asemwa maybe say man for Champions League no anka Arsenal team no but Premier League no dey you betimi adi ho nkomo Premier League no you betimi adi ho nkomo enti ma memi saw se baby a Arsenal ejina say any adwuma Arteta ne mrantie no enso abo this time e wo Premier League table no so no because you see ameno ka say wo check e Premier League table na Arsenal after 22 matches e wo 50 points Man City odinachi e wo 43 ti e chese e 7 points and a separate Arsenal and need your toss 2 which is about 2 games I was Arsenal elusi na yemfa ne so wasa bo draw baako na sa matches no e was say Man City winning nyina ansana BBT yes Man City nko Aston Villa enso with the same number of points 43 ti obaka so omo mienu ena eye chase no omo de ma ti minim bet will last coin on Arsenal so omo beje Premier League na are you ready to do that? Oh you're willing so omo bet will last coin on Arsenal so omo ebeje Mamento nka ewo Facebook comment section Pure FM TV on Facebook na watro o message na dia to meka ni nyina enso na meka messages na mo enso e dia mamo ya live enso ewo Pure FM TV live eno ewo YouTube and afi AS television so no anope ye demo live adwumadi no enso efa enti ewo multi TV decoder so no ubenya AS television AS TV eno so ubenya show no enso atimi ahwe ti question no eno no mamini kan entie abejafo de na afi no mababa hwe eye comment na say comment search no na mababa kan comments to be enso de abamo say Christian good morning.
Yeah, good morning Andy.
Na bibia boko boss.
Nyame adum na so e.
Yankopa adum bibia boko.
Be adum na se.
Na so say Saturday.
Of course. He be twegu ni yako.
Yes.
See weekends in the start ya bra. Ya Saturday show e.
Yes.
Saturday adwuma ye yo.
Eno na ye wa mukuma. Ye bon komoni ade ana.
Komona bo kaze mo chele.
Oh da bia no akwa na no lie. David. Eno na ye bon komonko. Eno na ye nkomonko.
Okay.
Ti e bo be 9 na meka oza mostly eya me dika nsi bombom na mato so ekofi.
Okay.
Ena meka chense onua ye nkoe na time was maza. Nsoma o Saturday atwum. Ubia wa ha den koma inde de ukufi okoe de. Okay amoro so jiro no hwe nanim din no ahwamia nam se jawe. Oh some ka say bombom nyeme wo meka mnyo no wa yiri nyina agu ma kam so mekwa me nko na on soma me Saturday adwuma se mint not me any go was it a democracy obia ha yedin go so go via
Saturday is one adwuma no so we say na mo adwuma
where sa kwa no
or da no ti no feeling yes
say by this time make your dampem but and we bie no ti
when so waji hu sika nti be hu
ti yaba besom ebo premo ne to dia na ehun say enso ye de ho agim weekend no
yes of course
yeah obekọ aye di obekọ wedding no kwa adore no obi obabi kwa na ahoboa no enso atimi akoso kaba but that is a question I may be say minim say over bet to last coin at this stage say Arsenal be Premier League no
I feel the me sure say Akamelas 1 CD say me fam bet is Arsenal be Premier League na me bet for Arsenal
over bet for Arsenal
the team me bet for Arsenal they say any say be Arsenal ya de keke o teams no mama Arsenal chase no any consistent
okay
senka ye Man City in the last 2 years and can do sa stage we no and Man City actually say won league ni boa then obaka say there be enti break kakra because Man City dey di wachi Man City no nya consistent Man City ya last game no onum say Arsenal last game about draw
yeah
but draw no boy you know ekoye 1 point gain rather than so olusu 2 points because on that same day no that team now chasing no akolusu to Manchester United
Man City
go lose to Manchester United
and I'm Aston Villa so board draw
Aston Villa so draw lusu ye
ono so lusu ye
to two teams now chase Arsenal no even though say Arsenal drop a point there name boom start 2 points now Arsenal drop here no and count it because teams now HSC Arsenal no omo gain even a point to cry. So before say you be close last weekend no you about last weekend game no now Arsenal lead City by 6 points.
Yeah.
No lead Man City by 6 points. But we last weekend game no now Arsenal points gap no F6 equal 7. Senka Arsenal draw here no and Manchester City echo winning ya. Only say kebema Arsenal sa draw no abe counto e dey Arsenal say there be o ma drop points. But Arsenal could draw. Obi anum say Arsenal could draw. But Arsenal draw we no. Na team na onu chase Arsenal no akolusi. It is all see dia. Then sa draw na Arsenal could draw no. Andy enye 2 points drop. Abe 1 point game. Man City team putti be 5 games together. We are talking about Man City and the be season na Liverpool in some by G League obinya 97 and Man City nya 98 no. Only the City end season no. 14 consecutive matches. Ye be season no. So draw back up kra na can Liverpool win the league no. But 14 games to end the season no. Now Man City winning every single one of them. But the same Man City ain't winning 5 games into also this season. And that is why Arsenal may even drop point. Arsenal bet me drop a point. But Arsenal drop a pointer. Can the main challengers make those points drop no? Ever counter na. Arsenal drop you know. Na City so drop it. Arsenal Lucia. We say Arsenal more draw. Man City are more draw no ko Lucy. Arsenal Lucia. Man City and Lucia. No so ko draw. And because of performance of teams now, how many Arsenal league in Tino? And the sure say this season no Arsenal the anya fe kra no trophy amanfa ba ko kra nko fe kra Andy na nye the Premier League I think say Arsenal fa but obi so ka kire me say team obetima G League no e Arsenal this moment but teams obetima about 2 league no e the same Arsenal.
Well Maxwell enkomo anope ababe top no so no say over better will last coin on Arsenal at this point. Say Premier League in Arsenal, Beji.
No, mean to me better, sir.
You still don't trust them?
I see them to be favorite, but maybe them a last coin it's also for Arsenal is something I will never do.
Never?
Yeah, I will never do at this point. I won't do that. One or more history say they can easily bottle the league. Because for the past 3 seasons, that has been the case. You see how many point difference? 7.
Yeah, 7.
How many matches to go? So many matches. 16 matches to go. Into 3 by 16. But what I say, that's a lot of numbers. I say when you're on the board. Into at this stage, they are not. We run away. Okay, let's say they are leaders of the league, like they are comfortably leading, but they are not runaway leaders. Baby, I'm warning you, baby, Albeka said nobody can catch them. But because when they start their things, even teams that are on middle table, crash starters or also air page, they can still catch them. Until Arsenal in a healthy lead currently, but I get unsurmountable tax other teams need to meet and catch it up. Meaning so what I say. Until one may hear the points stats, the point difference. One number of points aka. But what I say, any number of points are Arsenal so again any other teams no. Into her points now can endorse don't you can't say no. 2, so they say the history is that Arsenal in the past 3 seasons already second. Now maybe so then a moment second. It was the same story. We all thought they on their way winning their league for the first time in 19 years and 20 and 21 amfa meboa. Until I finish the 22nd one. Until what is the surety? Say 22nd one there, but there is no surety. But of course they are getting there. And because of the history no more, there is no surety. And because of these 2 issues, I will not back them. And again, almost I need team or name league in AJ in recent because team on J league for 22 years. They are just league 22 years. On bet my BBR, but just what I say. But according to the main family, last person were end to so. That is not to say main person on Bejan or moon to maintain. Meaning so what me argument I say. But they are good for them. Said the signs are clear. Or the signs are clear on the walls. Which mean who signs ne clear? Signs ne is saying. At the time when who's Arsenal crowds over here? Although they are not losing game, but the last 10 games in the Premier League draws near Dibia Baby Mwana Meboa. But the other teams, yes, are not also firing. Also, a competition the air continue when you me fan say be a boats in the Comrica. Now boats call ABR 9.99. First in the first 9.99 boats a first but no boat standard ne of him. But because more money going now call 10-10, it makes boat look good. But say more on your moko be able call 977 or 988, then both will be forced to do more better. And when teams na wo ho no and modern born and conquer team by City na recent on him league here. But you know say City team they are under reconstruction. City team they are not at their level because no players now but they are under reconstruction. And again, we have Manchester United Chelsea themselves are not up to the level. After so almost share Barca win, meaning say Mukwaje drone almost share Barca free on who the umbeso moye. Tottenham put the infant to baby. And the Pachuati I say team beats Aston Villa na a pushy, but Aston Villa on him say only penny be combat umpum. And to some extent, and Arsenal are playing very well. But the teams are more compete to more than Bono. And so it is a sad trend now because I think they are now on their way winning the league. And this is what I say. But because of the points now come a dorsal. Any the history now Arsenal for one. Say what's my last coin or maybe I said they are made me last car made no. Nam they are control Arsenal bedjeli hey menge. But so be some so leg in Arsenal bedji they make so to me aja feel we don't to me aja. Benim say what say. Nti say man say ye dia fine.
But last coin their own bet on Arsenal so bedji.
Na den tin say the last coin go to Arsenal.
Ozi nya onya obeye. E catch the wa ye bi da.
Na ye biafo.
Nti maso valid point. Say in the last 3 seasons the same story. When say Arsenal G League na any. I think say one of those seasons no Arsenal Emma 8-point gap.
Yeah.
Barcelona Monti League, but Andy in those era na Arsenal team take it that the commanding lead. Abraham Monti League no. Adeba be part of the Arsenal. No injuries.
Yeah.
Injuries that in pe Emma one player pe pra na affect Arsenal team no. The reason why I believe say a much more competitive say Arsenal squad depth in Tino. And it's a player be create free moi no be babishi moi. You don't feel the absence of some key players now. What free mono? Omni Inter Milan Inter Milan by 3-1. Say Odegaard any Declan Rice and starting. Odegaard and starting. Rice now probably their best midfielder. Did not even start on that game. But against Inter Milan, I was San Siro. Now coaching Inter Milan by 3-1. Say last 2 seasons on, and Arsenal centre back Upekule player. Season nana Kombeji League no, the entire Mantimani League no, time Saliba player no. Saliba player no. After Arsenal and Timino Moshe, they were losing games and drawing games. But they say Saliba, any Gabriel Ekupra, Sir Christian Mosquera, any Hinkapi Bono Mobono, and they won't feel the absence of their 2 centre backs. Look at Omu full backs, and the Necrano. One share, a cast a cast and full backs. Who do a regular full back? Abrante Feno Odegaard, a Frimukwa, Bola Eze Buntino, feel the absence of Abrante Fen Odegaard. What I say? And almost striker, Jokeres is the crowd here. Gabriel Jesus to crowd Babach, and honestly a very, very strong competitor in that department. It is the Arsenal squad depth, or more, you know. Any injury and the other injury beba, but say injury bar 2 years now for injury. But I don't see Arsenal being affected by injuries at this time because players now bench ubia bar and they make a mark.
Mame share mo messages ni bi na yenko fa mo no nsem no emra mame ntia akwasi adoma ko my big brother ewo gente tie. Good morning to you Roberto Ayala Max say Andy good morning Dubai is pure. Andy I want to ask Maxwell why always on opposite side. Send my greetings to Ayuba. Okay. Sanso and Ora Kobe. I'll say good morning sports team and please today give us codes. Fellas was say watching live from Modena in Italy. Man City is Premier League. Premium. Premium League, but Premier League, okay. I hate to say this, but I think Arsenal will win the Premier League. If not, then I don't know when. Farmer Boy, I'll say Arsenal can't win the league. Nanaba Asari will say Bempenasi is pure. Arsenal all the way. This is our year. This is our season. Dollar Samuel I say no, I don't trust them. And then the audio about Kwadwo Dairy was watching live from Berima or say Kwadwo Palace from Fanti Newtown Obubu Lebu. Okay, a champion or say I will bet on Arsenal with my 50 Ghana cedis. Thanks for drawing my attention. Tofik Masha, I say, Andy, good morning. Arsenal will win hands down, simple. Benin, Steven, I say, Adansi Brofri do is pure. I am Abeku, aka Ture 29. And Herbert Santiago Cazola, I say, Andy, should stop this bogus argument. All the teams who have won the league also were chased by teams who were not performing. So what you are saying is never here nor there. After all, we don't want you to support us. We don't want you to be hypocritical when we win it too. But then just a question I asked. Ufu say the I only asked the question.
Yeah. No, but even that one I disagree. There was a time Liverpool and Man City was only 1 point difference, and it separated Mokai. Just a point difference. Even Barcelona and Real Madrid, there was a point I think I said 2 or said 3 point. Madrid in 100 point, Barcelona 90 something. It ain't always no BJ Lega teams on any boy in idea no. It is sometimes already a point difference no. But what at first second even in the top 4 I am closer. It means that some to be to major league the other teams are doing well. Obisu to major league because other teams are not doing well. And in Pacho so intend you so that is not to discredit. When you say things like they'll be not being here and say you want to discredit their team, it's not like that. These are facts. And these facts are sacred.
Philip Papa Shamu Ajukumo say good morning to you or good morning sir. Kofi Larson Sapono said the bottleless will always bottle. It is in their DNA. Peter Mensah, or say Andy, good morning, my brother. Good morning to you, Peter Mensah. Alex Severin, or say Arsenal is winning everything this season from Aloze, Greece. And Anane Kunsuko Yokru, say Arsenal will massacre Manchester United by 3-0. Reading Sims Kofi say watching live from Amsterdam or fire. Apia Dankwa Ernest or say Bremen is pure. Baba Yaya say good morning, it's me BA Yaya all the way from the USA. But we have a there. Cisco Mandem say Italy is pure. Kojo Apia say take your money chopu. No betting on Arsenal, Massa. Federico Valvario say good morning, Andy, and your crew. Good morning to you. Pedro Amadina Cruz said the best sports show is loud and clear inside Indianapolis, Kumasi, Tanoso, Kesben Junction. Is the main location. Okay. Also, the end no mamishe we say so. I'm in front of Yankwem Shaibu. Say good morning, Berlin is pure. Anane. Or say the Gunners, young Konkwa, Francis Jesse, as a Manchester United 2 Arsenal 1. On also the Mikel Nana Assam was Andy London is pure. Manchester United will do well next season, but Arsenal they are poor. Another trophyless season loading. Ibrahim Ismail or say Manchester United is winning by 2-0. Sesko to score over 2.5. Abugri James Alibina or say Arsenal cannot win because last 2 games. They played draw and Manchester United will win today. And also, say, Kojapia as a Christian, give me us, please. Idrisu Brahma, I'll say good morning, Andy. Good morning to you. Kamis, who I'll say I'm watching you live from Napoli. Greetings to all Achimachiase people. Also, Kusi Piero, say Arsenal will win both Champions League and the Premier League. I'm watching you live from Jabal Ali, Dubai. Samuel Ofe, say United will destroy Arsenal tomorrow, but Arsenal are favorites to win the league. Nana Safo Edubafo Palma, if Arsenal win against us tomorrow, then I can say they will win the league. Simple. Arsenal cannot say Arsenal is winning tomorrow. Bosu Poppy, I say Dortmund is pure. I also know the Isaac Johansson. I say my name is Isaac Hansen. Arsenal 1, Manchester United 0 from Elmina and Warway. Grot Fred, I say hello guys. Koforidia is pure. Arsenal is leading the table with injury issues, and we shouldn't forget they now have all the players back, and this should tell us something. From Joe Shot, Ewo Koforidia, and OTA Shono Dangote Jr. FC Madrid is pure. Good morning, guys. And Randolph Sapon of Silverhampton is pure. Mufti Ibrahim Andy, Real Madrid is losing today. Babaya as Man City will win today. Okay, these are some of the messages I'm going to say. Just keep the messages coming. And so it's me and so the Bayern command penny for latest no for annual games to be answered me because my way and to us the Spanish La Liga annual Levante woman Emma Elche Club no one etimutu and what Bobo Conference Inter Milan winning sound Inter and Pizza game in the first half. You bought the first 23 minutes. Now a Pizza one LED Inter Milan by 2-0. Name and Inter for no one a comeback. Abrantia your friend says Zielinski about penalty. Lautaro Martinez, Esposito, Dimarco, Bonnie, and Henrik Mkhitaryan. One 6. Emma gave me 6-2. Emma Inter Milan club no. And on area to St. Paul, Germany. One any Hamburger Elvibo goalless and Auxerre. A branch of friends Gideon Mensah Elisa Usu team no. And Omo Elusu 1-0. Emma Piage, a Bradley Bacola, and Nyasa Wankona. Yada one some Emma Ewo Jumedino Sanwa CAF Champions League no. And Ali Eshemian Emma Yanka. Woman to Melody Saunders and Al Hilal Omdurman. Woman came and so and 2-2. And on area to end the game Sabasono. Woko a Premier League at 12:30 matches no Ebesha say West Ham United, woman and Sunderland Burnley, everybody at Tottenham vs Fulham, and Brighton, Manchester City, Wolves, Bournemouth against Liverpool, Yebena, Brentford, and Nottingham Forest, Crystal Palace, everybody Chelsea, Newcastle, and Aston Villa, Big One, Arsenal, Manchester United, and 4:30, and a side game and Subet Yakosana, Woko, Spain, Rayo Vallecano, and Osasuna, Valencia, Ebo Espanyol, Sevilla, and Bilbao, Real Madrid, Obokwa away. to Ayabo Conference of Villarreal 8 p.m. and a Sama Chum and Swabas Yami Atma and Otina Ewo Spain, Atletico Madrid, Omone Mallorca, Ebo 3:15 Barcelona, Ebo de Real Oviedo, Sociedad and Celta Vigo, Deportivo Alaves, Ebo Betis, and Yam Piemo, and so Ewo Italy, Nayan Comodia, and Italy, Ebo Tua, Como, one and Torino Fiorentina, Ebo de Cagliari, Sanson Lecce, and Ebo Conference Lazio Machino, and also Ebasunyako Poyadma Wachina, Sassolo, Ebo de Cremonese, Atalanta Parma, Yawa Genoa against Bologna Wachina, two big matches, Ebaso Italy, no, Juventus and Napoli, Roma and AC Milan, and games and Subakoswa, Yadon some Emamu Ewo Jmedin Sunday, and watching Upiamu and so Aye Germania, Jamidi to Leverkusen, Werder Bremen, Aye Bayern Ebo Augsburg, Yeo Frankfurt, and Hoffenheim, Heidenheim, Ebo Tel Leipzig, Mainz 05, and Nata Wolfsburg, and after Union Berlin, Ebo Adiatia Borussia Dortmund, and Adiatia, Yadon some Emamu and so Jmedin Sanape, and a Monaco, and a half game, no, and Ebaso Marseille, everybody at Aye Lons, and later Sabanino, Yadon some Emamu and so Jmedin Yanko, now young fans, 70p and so much for a penna, Yanin Common and so Awamon, and I say, young resident name, SCH Senegal, Yanim Amo, and a African champions. Afcon, of course, Senegal, woman and Amusaka, a title, no, says Amuguso and so Akoso, wouldn't say players, Negus, return, and so our Amu club, a teams, no, Mammy Fawe, and to the Satudona, and so Aquaco drew, Amanima P, and so Akos, Mammy Chassia, and Fan 3, a West Ham United as well, Mammy player in France, I am Malik, a Dwarf, and a player, Mobakaya. Emra na Senegal enso e battle ewo asem ewo Afcon no na Abrantia France Malik Diouf na ogina wode ne eboaye edema Senegal omo national team no obaje enra na kopie enso na clubs aron so sinakan edema West Ham United club no na okodre no mame aye Malik Diouf any West Ham United team no omo work America ma ema bibia enso team cause way aye Abrantia France Malik Diouf na players no young omo ye guard of honor edema aye Malik Diouf na Abrantian onamu eno mo bro kakra wo mo sanso ebo nsem kakra edema Malik Diouf enra their course will be ni anu aya Abrantia France Malik Diouf and Rokopiemo ewo ayene club team aye West Ham United anu aseye wamo enso wo kamena hode onsem no yet emamu ewo dmedine so Musa Niakate waron so Asia ka edema Olympic Lyon na ono krade on the day Senegal for title no their champion is Senegal and as any teammate enso ewo aye Lyon omo aye video call enso boanaba so na enra and Abrantia France Musa Niakate enso kopiem ewo France call Lyon enra waron so no wam ewo kamera kama yewe Musa Niakate time obedru no whatever na ensu eto obedru no enom se da bi we African champion e wo se ba so onim se ne teammate aye Ghanaian Ernest Nuyama ohia omunyina ema enkomo enso timi cause mama Abrantia your friend is Musa Niakate onye wone aye ne teammates no wono so de omo yama ni
Ça va, Moussa, félicitations,
merci
bravo.
Beaucoup, merci.
Magnifique.
Oh là là. Bien sûr. Fallait vous honorer quand même.
Ah, incroyable.
Le temps, on en parle ou... Look nice, hein?
Yeah.
Look nice, hein?
Yeah.
Tuba se Oshia Ernest Nuyama so video na oben so Oshia Abrantia France Ernest Nuyama ema Nuyama kasa my guy eno busa Nuyama so okay because oko na Nuyama enso apra Nuyama aye okay enom diaba ye the one some eba mo ewo dwumade no so yanko Saudi Arabia na me fa we ento no so eno Ali club no enso ewo kame obo goalkeeper Edward Mendy Mame Mendy ono so kodua no wo mo ye bibi kakra eno Escalade ena Edim Mendy eko Ali for no omo so training ground so na ono so kwena ni teammates no wo munyina enso report eno acheso omo so wo come in come ebo na ma say we African champion aye goalie wo eno adam ama wo man no wo makwa kwachi aye Afcon wo kro ya no na game no enka mu lose ani wo te penalty eno acheso mo to aso ko win game no extra time enti Edward Mendy beduru no wo so omo wo come in come or the video no enso be mo we Edward Mendy tama wo so eni e wo ne Escalade no eno ena wo hwa bia you the one some ema mo e wo dwuma je ntinti way aye club of France Ali Edward Mendy and what did a matter one on so the only Sanan Kodari be and so outside just on Edward Mendy and sweating about Sinti Mendy and so Kodru and Ra Khalidu Koulibaly and Susiaka Edema Hila Mame Aya Khalidu Koulibaly on so Kodriano Wamo Echa kick Edema Khalidu Koulibaly na already the interesting is on the final game no na ono our Senegal and an teammate our club side Yacine Bono wadene nyina ene siaka ewo hila na eye Khalidu Koulibaly bedru no na Yacine Bono no no hosenka eye Morocco for etimi jeya nanka Yacine Bono wado eno be man sa eye Heroes World Cup no this time ekwede ma brancha your friend say Khalidu eye Koulibaly ento no edekita the knife no wakwa ko chake e wano say eye Yacine Bono enso aba nchan and what didn't sabe tunu kum or hagino and waka congratulations and so the channel and no me rivals our national side and one a teammate and so a club side and a beauty of the game in Khalidu Koulibaly and so I there wouldn't say no Yanko El Nassr club anymore Sadio Mane and aye Cristiano Ronaldo any aye teammate akano enso welcome aye Sadio aye Mane na Sadio Mane dia no na eno so efepa wonu se eduru time bi na Cristiano Ronaldo and a serve kick enso de ma aye Sadio Mane eno aye Ronaldo and na twitwa aye kick no Sadio Mane enso koduru ye yen wese de nema asikoye ewo El Nassr wo mo so aye so ye we aye Sadio Mane and abedu abon white aye kaftan white kama. How are you, brother, guys? Okay, internal I have friends here, your friends are Sadio Mane and I will go sorry and Tuber. I am one in the teammates no over Cristiano Ronaldo mo Ronaldo and a extra kick our training grounds. Edema Sadio Mane. Mane a testimony Hana Mane I am very happy and I at your course went to a Senegal players Omaka Kodru our club side and I have one of one some no yet Ebamo I watch more than a son of Payonko a World Cup anymore. Na young Conco team come announcing and something. I shall see a Cosmami US man penny. I get Donald Trump because on San and Sam Ninsen be answered by Sir America and so a person almost invade a Greenland. I just almost say a Greenland, a island, Ketuabia, some US for an episode of capture, no much a land, no, and you see European nations, maybe as only America for any agony, any question Donald Trump. And so I said, according to report, I mean, second, almost a Donald Trump, I address or could take over a Greenlander, almost was a well and so I threat to a tariffs, our European nations. The American say, obit is a Germany, any other nations, no, and so but yet, a USA, wouldn't say an America, so Upiemo, and so Germany, I'm not penny. Your friend is okay, a Godlich. One a vice president, Edema German Football Federation. One a president, Edema St. Pauli, a club no opinion odie. Na odia baba to yourself, baby, I didn't kick on say no cry. Sir Donald Trump and then call for Pesoboko, no more take over a Greenland, Lydia, and Germany. Woman super boycotting a FIFA World Cup no. Na enyo munkwa woman other European teams no because adia aya America for Pesoboko no. Enya dia no so betia boa. Woman sim dia so mo ya na almost ebejai World Cup no come boycott World Cup no womu enso enko eno eye report am nsaka yade won eba mu enso odwumade ne sano pente no eye nsem ne bia asha ase eba na di wi nkomo ena no pe enso odwumade ne go so e monitor sa update no de be film ba bia no yade won nsem enso betumi ade abramo mami openya friends Victor Font nano na meka Joshua Barcelona club no womu ade atuga say presidential elections on the 15th of March and about one enso betumi akoso na enipa o standard enipa 5 the obia nim se ono and just oya strong air contender to one Laporte ayora we air Victor air Font na Victor Font oguna probo so I just we go so oya the campaign the kai wasem nyam Font to us ade ba ko ha no ono Xavi enye wasem no krapa no se na ye ka say go be to say air Xavi obia nim Xavi edra wo enserema Barca club no name enem prem so ka Xavi emra Barca according to Victor Font or say Xavi Ebeka said no Xavi empesoba return to air Barca Ninyanse ose Javi efili se Barca board no womu edeceive na kwa wode ne fa so a womu enso etimi pamono no ha adwene na Victor Font ese wode wa imagine se obi te se Javi a obi anim se oye color what so so oye color Barca supporter mapa no say just ono nso no as on peba sa team ni diate no wagiri ne ma ha adwene nyina ka ho eno se socials no ento aba enso enfama no se ebi onye mfan to say obunya to aba ne ma no the first thing and say obefre Leo Messi na minim se Leo Messi no okofre ne se Messi emebo Barca anasa ofre Leo Messi se Messi emeka ne administration nwa na mum Victor Font say se Barcelona mo amoto aba no mo amusin ni etu hene no moto aba e de mana first thing obeye ene so ofre Leo Messi enom according to Victor Font and ye tell won some enso de tuja e go so no me player na friends anti Robertson Liverpool almost Scottish left back no na Robertson eni enra enemy nya report say Tottenham Hotspur club no wo a contact Liverpool say omo epe anti Robertson say kwai da wa ama Demet ene say Robertson wa kanyes e dia tre Spurs club no na Spurs enso decided say omo 3 million e dia ma Liverpool team say omo twen say Liverpool omo pe na ka so ma green ko player no one on the onya ti say Spurs no obebo e dia ma Thomas Frank say omo twen Liverpool club no so Liverpool abetia so munya tiasia wanu anti Robertson and Santiasia na adwuma wo be free Liverpool Merseyside no de ne chem enso London North London no adjoine Tottenham Hotspur club no eno reporter men seka na sansam no question na reporter men ya say na last season Liverpool two left backs no na anti Robertson and Brantia France Costas Chimakas season we loan and so Roma menya report and pay says Kobase Liverpool omunya tiase Emma Brantia your friends Andy Robertson journey Tottenham Hotspur omefra Costas Chimakas from loan omefra no free Roma na wa joining Liverpool club no and menu ya eno reporter men say kamenya info some na omumfa former record clause bia and loan deal to Roma. Name sources such as a player no one at is Andy Robertson bet near Spurs no wakache Liverpool team says some frana wababa enu Chimakas enu your reporter menya yade won some ebamu ewojumede so na mame kodi Gakwe Liverpool captains no Abramtia friends Andy Robertson one deputy captain we Van Dijk from one menya report so Kobasa Andy Robertson every club ni ma Kwadi Gakpo yasim ana slot decided say wamaba yo no so captain enom Jemenseka yade won some Mo Salamu na onemum Matesa Kwadi Gakpo Sakobasa Robertson kwa wamu Kwadi Gakpo ebeka captains no enom report and so betoja yade won some Mo anano pay miracle menasa minim say dodo na refi sa player we Mame Tammy Abraham onye na Tammy Abraham enso ekopiemu enso ewo Besiktas eno ewo Turkey wa no kosi na kan na reporter men say kan opay and say likely say Tammy Abraham ebesan so timi return ewo Premier League ni mo ninya ni say Aston Villa club no menya info say Omar Richie verbal agreement and as a verbal agreement Omar Richie with Abrantia friend say Tammy Abraham so I'm fan from Besiktas Demet no say I deal no Omar agreement principle na empenifo mienu na omo nyina empenifo ene ma Besiktas owura ye friend say Vidagani ene openya friend say Olabi wo nyina na omo ho ene sa agreement no enso atia kwaso menya report say 21 million euros add-ons enso ka ho owura ye friend say Yasin Oscan Yasin openya no enso aware of Sanima Elkos Geneti Tommy and Subetia Babi Piemo, Ewo Club na, your friends Aston Villa, and Demetia, you don't want some Emam Erano pay. Mame, Ricardo Calafiori, one player, Edema Arsenal, one Abrantia friends Piero, Henkapi, Omumia defenders, Edema Arsenal Club, no Mopra, enra ewo Arsenal sober reality training complex menya reports 2 players no wo nyina are return omo ye training Arsenal prepare omo game against Manchester United menya info so we the first time this season manager Francis Mikel Arteta ebenya fully fit squad the only player on 100% fit mate say eno ye Kai Havertz nemum se akoma se awoso osi akan kra no mo gire se Kai enso betumi asi akan nemum wontumi nka se we 100% fit one any the only player medical catch Calafiori and Piero Hincapi omunyina aba and now mu aye Gabriel Jesus obo 2 goals e was UEFA Champions League aye Inter Milan one us aye fit 20 players though womunyina enso aye ready for Manchester United aye sa match no enum aye diaba ye de won some emamu enso e wo show no sana no pay enum aye kakra e to ya na ye nkonkotie aye coach your friend say Pep aye Guardiola because enua Guardiola abo Arsenal team no wabo mama so Pep ade akwa akotiga se na ye kasa de the best team ewo Europe Arsenal and I say wo wiase Arsenal yenti Pep emra na odi san kom ne wi Arteta and so respond no Pep eni
best team right now in the world. So look in Champions League, look in the Premier League, look in FA Cup, in Carabao Cup. So it's the best team right now, and hopefully we can be close and getting better, and give us one chance, to catch them.
Entano aye Man City coach aye Pep and what dia to say see say over aye Premier League na Arsenal and elidie over Champions League omwom ewo Carabao Cup omwom ewo FA Cup and conform to say kase the big and I said the best team say see aye Arsenal club no Man City hope san kakra wamom enso betia to aye club na ye from some aye Manchester and I said aye Arsenal club no eno aye nsamo aye Pep enso dia to ja ye de ehun sam emamo enso adwumade ne so na Pep essence eto anen so after so this sound common and what they say wo hu ade bi wo hu aye motivation Arsenal for edible aye league no was for 22 years omo de kokakọ omo nim sa omo ni Premier League until 22 years without a Premier League no and I motivate you omo na reason why I motivate you omo no gidi ye kra so no kra no say as finally we aye Arsenal omo time and according to aye Man City coach aye Pep aye Guardiola and I just all this sound come na you dey want some emamu enso adwumade no so na okoka say aye club na from Arsenal aye the best club e we ase no see aye Mikel Arteta
decision and we believe that Victor was the best one in this scenario that
baba san so now when Arteta obukobusa no on season start no na Arsenal air striker na between Benjamin Sesko any player na your friend is Victor Gyökeres and Arsenal call for Victor Gyökeres Arteta chirim dentia oman call for Benjamin Sesko call for Victor Gyökeres Arteta nsem eni
at the end we have to make a decision and we believe that Victor was the best one in this scenario that we were in the qualities that we didn't have in that number 9 as well because we have the situation with Gabi and Kai out for many months and we are very happy to have him.
What were those qualities that you needed?
Well, first of all, goals. Someone that can guarantee you goals. We know that word doesn't exist. But then someone very direct, very powerful, a proper 9 that has the goal between the eyes and somebody that can stretch the pitch for us a bit more, especially when we have to play.
Mikel Arteta on the reasons why Victor Gyökeres ahead of player now your friend is Benjamin Sesko on the best club we are and also say you better relate to a best club in the world a target no I was all winning MP says so Arsenal winning we and you want to mean Arsenal the best we are I was all winning baby and son the best and so we are no according to Mikel Arteta and this sound common now Trent Mami Arsenal against Manchester United the last 7 Premier League trips Man U Emirates no me pacha oya Manchester United supporter no hu ayesa results we are onya happy the last 7 eni nyina no enkoye enfama club of France Manchester United 2-0 aba 2-0 no asa babio and a goal esabaye 3-1 ebaye 3-2 by 3-1 and a 2-0 esabaye enti emu ba kope and I in a draw ni nyina no ayate Arsenal Manchester United Emirates the last 7 enti nyame ya adoma ye be wo chena sere nema enso be siako enom eye dia ba ye di nkoma no pay enso e wo dwuma de so Michael Carrick ena ye coach edema eye Manchester United club no chena wo kwa Emirates and was say a difficult air tax and we go face chena no.
Yeah, looking forward to the game. It's a big challenge, you know. They're a very good team. It's pretty obvious to say that they've got so many strong points to the game in the squad, and so it's a big challenge, you know. That where they are for a reason, in the Champions League where they are for a reason, and so we're fully aware of that. You know, not taking that lightly at all. It's we feel we're in a good place, and we're going there looking forward to the game. So it's where we want to be, you know, in that with that real positive and that energy and that enthusiasm to go there and be positive. But yeah, for sure we know that it's not going to come easy.
Ti on ya we say otena game no enye easy, but also amko na omonso ko try dey omonso wetime no aya according to manager your friend say Michael Carrick and am dey na wonsam no mede else ga mame ko Chelsea aso e kakra na ye ni nkomo na mame coach your friend say Liam Rossini nansan and e beto ga say Cole Palmer person or back to a Manchester. And when we say with this time, a Manchester United, name and I say Man City, a Manchester United, Liam Rossini, and so at this case is handsome.
Numerous conversations with Cole, and he seems very, very happy to be here. He is very, very happy to be here. He's a huge part of our plans in the long term. He's an outstanding player. Every player goes through difficult moments in their careers in terms of injury. I don't think it's any reflection on his quality. He's an outstanding footballer. But my job and the club's job is to get him in a place where he can consistently perform at the level that he wants to. And there was frustration in the Brentford game, not because he wasn't happy here, just because he couldn't perform. He was in pain. He couldn't perform to the level he wanted to do for the club. He's a great kid. And he's an outstanding player, but we have to make sure that we look after him in the right way. That's why I haven't involved him in the last game.
Liam Rossini I say Cole Palmer someone so happy ewa Chelsea no say Cole Palmer I happy ewa Chelsea and we say na Agunano against Brentford she go one celebrate I trust when you happy and what is also there be na akron go through a pain what you say and our man performance and then open when you say I don't see and I say as a Cole Palmer when you happy nemum ye ka say player I happy Cole Palmer I happy ewa Chelsea omono adwuma also mo ye as onu coach any team nem penny for and September making sure some protect no ma prepare no the right shape na boy no enso atimi out them oya happy just oya part of our long term plan and I Liam Rossini on the player Cole Palmer and we didn't won come mama air Paul Scholes say and go bisa air Paul Scholes say yeah come Manchester United all time 11 say oh yeah Manchester United all time 11 a branch and friend say Bruno Fernandes obetia consider the position Manchester United or a year all time 11 a team name one obega baby and so then I say and a Paul Scholes say no now all can you say also by a player no or a great a player just or Manchester United BBA name say oh yeah United all time 11 untimi Enfield a Bruno ahead of A Scholes untimi Enfield a Bruno ahead of Roy Keane ahead of David Beckham ahead of Ryan Giggs there be also legends just say also Bruno epese you consider no all time 11 one on chance here enye trophies onye trophies and from a Manchester United club no enti wontimi emfa ne United all time 11 wontimi emfa Bruno enso enu Paul Scholes and then Eddie Sankomo no Chelsea minya report say enei akodana your friend say Jeremy Jacquet send deal no and go through ombeko Bayern Munich yes Kim Min-jae no sa aye defender report minya and it's a Chelsea so interest in Kim Min-jae as a player way because Chelsea ebe here defender bi enso the number because omo defenders no wom prepra the vai ko wal no nanu ya tosen enso kopra ento be here aye defender I the number nka Jeremy Jacquet and omo penene deal no still renowned for enyanti ase enti Chelsea beko for Kim Min-jae and aye demete mami Nico aye Slotterbeck so I center back Edema Borussia Dortmund and pay on some catch was a team no more perno Diana Dikan aya Barcelona aya club no minya aya report say yes Barca wamu really a branch no Nedian out yes Barca enko for aya Nico aya Slotterbeck eno aya report amensaka and yes aya Nico Slotterbeck dentia Barca for agile and saying yes coach Francis Flick as well no as a player or like aya pace on shada intimi ntumrika yi eno ana manager no so woni se emfete aye ne hands flex system no because obenya central defender otimi run kama akwana friends Nico Schlotterbeck no wontimi entumrika sade osipa no eno aye demetia yade mamu ewo so no se sama me Pep bio na Pep Guardiola no mkobusa ne se obubusa no owo solution bi obetimi di aba se aye schedule sa anasa fishes na aye na schedule no enso timi abobo so no matches na do so no our solution be ono so betimi ria ba ebe boa sa de banana and a Pep see the solution and it's a team bia ebe register 50 aye players na wafa aye 2 aye managers na chese aye baako a handle 25 omo ebe bo active na baako so handle 25 womo so enya bi modo ose no any the only aye solution where as womo say Pep etufon say the solution de ban wa tufo say you register 50 players na yemfa 2 managers baako manage baako behwe womo a omo ebo active na baako so ahwe omo no eno Pep wasi the solution a obetimi dia baaro no Mama Trent Alexander-Arnold na aye informations bi eno na media no so say yes aye coach France Abaloa aka cha Trent say ebebo no so obekwa kope aye team enso akosi akai the American says Madrid team na dia ba betu say sansem no aye rumors from aye English aye media Nukrabia enso enim manager France Abaloa enka bibiasa eno mo Madrid kra no abranche France Trent a key part of a club no omo long term plans enti esidan and abranche omo to no and as omo fa no season we are our part of omo long term plan omo a coach no ba no achi ya ebeka say ohia sa player no omo say sansem nyina enya no kre ntro and English media no omo so ejai edigu aye media no so eno dia ba yet eba mo e wo show no Mama Jason Walkers oko Manchester United oya panyi e Manchester United club ni mo na menya report say na no Manchester derby ne koso Man City against Manchester United e Old Trafford na you see hours before the game na Manchester United almost squad the game no e wa abontene da na central for almost I was yes just some sport correct starting lineup na e da abontene ama nkofo asha se discuss lineup no wabra wo so enya mfa ma montene so the meeting so reference Jason Walkers wo so almost started internal investigations nipa na leak informations especially wo mu lineups edeman central for no e wo so mu sa nipa no no mu motive behind the entire sa nipa no leak sa informations de kwa bontene entimi no ka say internal investigations Ashase ewo Manchester United nipa ode line up by no womo epese omo so etimi ho no eno de ba abrantia ye friend say Jürgen Strand-Larsen mababedi ne ho nkomo be the we can on the third day and mabedi ne ho nkomo enso de acho enra ena me de betu ya say Leeds United club no womo ena ehuredi kan just omo ni Wolves for enso edi nkomo de bete and is omo initial bid omo no ko no Wolves for omo reject Wolves if one say a player na your friend is Strand-Larsen no obo value no £40 million na enwa Leeds was come with no na below £40 million and tis open a striker na je ukra £40 million and sana wonsa enso atinyaka no mami Benjamin Sesko na yeni komatata edika chwe dientia omo call for Victor Gyökeres nemum waman kwa Benjamin Sesko wachire mo amam watie ni nchire mo no na yeso ko Manchester United inside source asi panyi bi adi nkoma say Benjamin Sesko the most dedicated young player or Manchester United say ye kan young player or ye dedicated Chelsea time bia no opese oye bibi enso our club ni mo training 1 year chambe training for 2 hours obeye ni nyina obesa nso abantem mu be ko no oguso training yese panyi bi na mom yenya hu panyi kura wadi sanko yes inside source and abaka say panyi bi as oye the most dedicated young player our Manchester United currently any Benjamin Sesko and an won some enso atimi aba no Josh Echampong Chelsea defender akraketwa say Josh Ekrano nenka ye hwesenka Ghana ye nsabeti yakaremu na no coach Freddy ka kire said England for no wo musi hu akoda we be den say Ghana ye nsabeti yaka no and now me no ka say Josh Echampong menya report say Magay free Crystal Palace no yes one person fa Josh Echampong and then replace Magay Crystal Palace eno Demeti Mark Casado player de Barcelona manya report say Galatasaray for a contact aya Barca say omo pe Casado as on person be free aya Barca player no diamond say oya aware say ball no on say enya bi mo because aya players omo wa animu e wo che no dem still diamond say we decided say oba fight for aya position e wo Barca club nti Galafo na ba nemom Galatasaray player the decision is onko aya Galatasaray enom aya diamond na Accra France Eta Young one Asia Academy 11 nan say Afcon no obo Edema Cameroon omo national team no Eta Young one ni Diamante and it's a Manchester United and so consider a move for Eta Young nemo minim say January way and also summer and a United beko for Eta Young and Diamante Gian Felipe Matata Makato sa Matata episode joining Juventus club no na yesi de ntia Matata person kokora ne se oni sa Matata na watch no Crystal Palace for tiaro £55,000 enu any sika na watch odie na player no enso e de Raheem Sterling ayo comparison say na obi to say Raheem Sterling otifie ball omobi Chelsea for tiano almost £400,000 a week enti ono na time ya obo no say shego Zadema club no dienti and a club no £55,000 many reports oko Juventus obenya more than the winner and so ewo eye Crystal Palace enti player no and so we dey say ono so be na bibia come many report across here see AC Milan club no wom and so the last 24 hours wom so do wom age eye sa move no mo enom later say ba ya dey won some e ba mo and so ewo dwumade ne so yes from na abejafo and so atimi atwa se na mom mami Balotelli say Balotelli ako sign e dey amane 12 different club ewo eye ne career nim na Al Ittifaq ewo United Arab Emirates enie jersey number 9 Balotelli and ajere 90s no say Balo e be shase na chese ball no wasanso e de ne ho agimu kama eno eye de ba ye de wonsam e mamo ewo eye show no say Christian wa mame nkona so e na yemfa eye analysis ni nyina enso emra say Christian
Yandi
yenkoi
well me da see na ansana me rugby games in wrong Onzenra coach Freddy emeki suggesting to Asante Kotoko Sebaya Asante Kotoko NT Academy so bekai omonti under 10 and under 12 neso musika and community under 18 and fankan Andy onum say coach Freddy asem no kan no ebesi this week yeah so and Barcelona echo Al Ali echo for an 18-year-old boy akoda wadi 18 years Hamza Abdul Karim and Basa so mo pesa player no yebeba Ali etiase no omosi akora no enkobo loan enfama Barcelona to the end of the season. Na season ba na wiye na se Barcelona beto a the option to buy no 3 million euros. And 3 million euros no all the other variables the kind of add-ons ebeka ho a and the na ko 5 million euros. Onim de ma aseme ye me de a 18-year-old boy Ali for the 2020 year. In the year 2020, Ana Ali Efa Koda, your friend Hamza Abdul Karim. And just after 2020, 5 years later, Andy, from player omo etia 0 they are converting 0 to a potential 5 million. Debias ye di academy won komo. Ne ya kan chiro say emfaso e wo academy so no. Andy, it outweighs the cost of establishing the academy. Sa akurawi Ali hu no enenka omni academia and the better than community developing. I'm very sure say they saw a potential. Omu potential na no and Andy omo draft akwada we into the academy. Now omo timi draft akwada we into the academy no. Andy 5 years later, emfaso a Ali enye free akwada we ho no, 5 million, potentially 5 million. Me menhwe no, me metra radio so ntwa ntronka che minim no, and me share dan hwe no. Ne ho nsem baaye no. And me share that say me call YouTube akọ any videos na makọ say do sitie. On say YouTube videos there. Akọ say obi a social media handle the best moment and the better abontin. It's YouTube videos no. Yeah na the best games no and in the best moment in games no. And ye twitwa sa na kan say ani e dey ato YouTube dey amawo. Mandi for a talent Barcelona achesi no. Ali si there be omo dey ma loan. Na Barcelona atiase. So imagine loan. Na season ba na wie ya. Omo ye ready so metime tua sa 3 million no and the HSA akora no talent. I'm not looking at the sporting wise the economic benefit. One player pay at the Abre Ali no. Then you begin to question yourself say dia di na ye no kroma say.
We kra na we say no. Say omo turn outright the Mabasa say onward transfer.
And try bonus. Na me adom na bia akra ne bebo season wi. Na Basa ni gino so beto. Na Basa etua 3 million wi. Na mo to akoda wi a. Andy omo sa de behim say in the next future no. Say Barcelona say ton akoda na Andy they will take a percentage. Wouldn't say hokra na nam ni wo. Because bia be obeji bia 10% of the next transfer akra ne be bia no. Bia the next 5 years to come no. Na Barcelona ton akoda we around 100 million. And so to akoda we 100 million 10% of 100 million no. And they say 10 million. Much more than what they are taking now. Barcelona added $200,000 eba the player one and ko de America de kwa koji. Ko de America gidi ne kwa koji. Men kan chira say maybe sporting wise one share be wadwen say Man City set your academy no omunya mfaso mfiri because most of the players are Man City enya from my academy no kakra bi ne bo Man City first team no ye ka Man City academy na Andy omu opini 2014 omu opini 2014 no me so say ni din the City Football Academy. Saturday, me catch say the cost of that academy, no, Andy, it costed Man City around £200 million. And almost Saturday Football Academy, no. The project in there be entity players, not players among Man City first team, no. Say, yes, I be crana, and you bet me and your players be a young bet me a tongue and Jessica and a team. To say Man City first team, no. And they will say the free academy no. Free Foden. And I want him Rico Lewis.
Yeah,
and O'Reilly no.
O'Reilly, yeah.
And the free academy no. Every Man City first team no. Bandy, Man City now or take £200 million. And they established they dominating European football and to a large extent world football no. And the basis of Barcelona team no. Na La Masia product.
That's true.
From their goalkeeper Victor Valdes. And the Abrante friend no Xavi, Iniesta, Sergi Busquets. Imagine Sesenka Barcelona Tisika, ato Xavi, ato Sergi Busquets, ato Iniesta, and Quebec costi Barcelona say. Who the Safa player in ato chain? Victor Valdes Barcelona Academy product. Piqué Barcelona Academy product. Abrante friend no Hodiaba. Who's a Hodiaba not se Fabregas de Nebia, Ofri Academy num Echo baby. And the Basta Kofa de buy. And the basis of South Barcelona, success in Nano, La Masia product. Barcelona, your majesty, will deviate from SR product, you know, and as our project, you know, and the energy Barcelona took a mono. A cannibal, na Barcelona air solution, you know, and the infant resort to the same La Masia. And the Abia man for him between 2023 to 2025. Sika Barcelona enya from selling La Masia product. Players na omontimi amra Barcelona first team numa basa aton omo no. And Onum say Barcelona are generating around 100 million euros between 2023 to 2025. So apart from say La Masia no, ama Barcelona a sporting project, you know, as a way of getting economic benefit.
Yeah.
Shadia, Sedico Gonzalez, Unso Barcelona academy product.
And now in Man City.
And of call a Porto. And a Porto a tournament Man City. And the Barcelona edge sell on clause because no more product. Eti Man City Ecotor no. Sika Porto G no Basa GB. Some Kafaye no a Barcelona product.
Yeah.
I'm not already call him Star Reni. Magui a Barcelona product and from La Masia, I'm not 6 million. Abdul Ezazoli. Only so Barcelona and La Masia product.
Now with
I'm not only call Rebetes edge 7.5 million. Pablo Torre and the 5 million and I'm going to call Air Mayoka. Only say I'm Pablo Torre call Mayoka no. Almost had the same say Mayoka air ton air Pablo Torre in future and the sell on clause no almost 50%. So any money here, you know, what 5 million. And ever started season we you know Alex Valle. So guys are blind, you know. Alex Valle na Barcelona turn in the call Como. Barcelona edgy 6 million. It is true. Says our place we you know. Bianca Barcelona first team no to be mongrem. But I want to be mongrem Barcelona first team no. Young ton come other teams bia. Bet me about my first team no. Na yenyisika. It was a academy product, you know. Emma players. I be betting about first team, no. A more team more first team, no, so no. Andy, a betting meet the requirement of other teams are over to me a ton de aquajiska. Man City Academy, no. Medical can. A more generative revenue from the academy. Barcelona Academy, no. Apart from say owner players, I'm about the first team, no. Andy, almost had the generative car from the academy. I had Dana. Sometimes I will begin to what I ask say, born na in Kroma say no, and the say. Milo ye course Kroma say. Senka, your proper football academy. Teams in Ibi, our proper football academy. And on we scouting. Any bad just 5 players. And the academy no. A train no mu ye. And the requirement of the European market. A train no based on data. And trust me, the next 2 or 3 years, come to your tomb back, $1 million or $2 million.
Go show them they were hard over Tisa, we are behavior, but it's only back walk on our Konishka.
Intelligent individual. It's me who's our project we. No abano ababe, no Jessica. Me say, and they will be me more building. I'm your project now. In the last 2 years, players of my town their European market from the academy, no, and the bro be $2 million in the last 3 years. Talent, you know, a man can find free baby. Talent in the world, Chroma say now, and the young Yagin said, you did value Becca's talent in the honor. These people know, so they come scout for this talent. Now, the Omuko Academy add value to them, and in less than 2 or 3 years, you know, and the no Mujisika, the winner of the Ghana Premier League, Krano, Enya Sesikano. Me say claps to the crown enya and the unum say one of the best ways a Ghana Football Association ebetim their generative revenue say come Mankasa War Academy odi akotoko nye has nye claps ntimi nye. Just imagine Ghana Football Association football academy o say the Moroccan FA or the football academy.
Yeah.
It's Ghana Football Association are establishing their own academy. And Andy, 1 year biano, GFA etimi ton be 2 players. I give back $500,000 and you can work up scan come back home. Work up scan, Kabesika back ticket the amount. A gold mine, talent, any football or Krumaseno. And a gold any teso. Any you say EM2 and the end trouble thing, Emma China for me to Fanko. Onum say Ebetmenya say Juventus for Dortmund for academy Krumasi.
Yeah.
Talent at Dortmund for free Krumasi. Any sika Dortmund for Binyano. Na ya you say abese your good. Na you see 2. no man for so me tum fan konkonya mfa so
sa kwadwa Samoa ne Juve so bi won kran
Emra coach Freddy asem no kan no ebeto Barcelona akoda no so o mafa no Andy me say 2020 yana Ali Fofana omantua 1 cedi talent na no muska to ye elo munya talent no and from 2020 up to 2025 2026 they are converting zero amount of money to a potential 5 million. Na Ghana Premier League na wa ndi ba say just imagine say Kotoko Academy na be o de emfa say year bia wontimi nton be one kra e bia be 2 years bia no wontimi nton one player eji $1 million and Ghana Premier League prize money no and anka woni kra nshada mere ho Ali na akoji Ali ne ho de sere dada e no wasa nya sika and I started to compete the same competition. So when our class, you know, Eddie Ghana Premier League, you know, no say Omoko Africa, Eco compete here. You ask yourself, say, how are they going to compete? Obada no timia compete, untimini alinum compete. Because enabo na ye no, unisika untimi nye. Ena sika no so e de bo no, obi ene wo de ba be show botomu. The Abe ya and the SRT League na wama club bia 1 million Ghana cedis no bedu maybe no aban sabaji no ontimi nye better na wan kasa otimi so seni ho me say na me coach Freddy kasa ye boy yi nwie no ono si milo no ko ye no ono kra na ye scouter ka wanya kra no be 10 players wanya 10 na coach Freddy befa Nandi otimi training boys na in 2 or 3 years time no and the call no the Jessica say coach Freddy timi ya why can't our clubs do the same Arinja Nanado can say Tisika so come there no we don't know party do Ghanaian football clubs no Tisika so and come there omo sa abranti ya Ali for afani Barcelona afani Andy, you want to tell Okrumasi. So call YouTube a video na da on my board na obono. Me say you better no so 10 Ghana say. But the entire team in say no one is adding value to those players. Ali for one day no. And the value I can't play at home. They've added value to the talent. But BKB no Milo games are now Gala now. And young talent.
Yeah.
The reason why I ain't been told is and the raw talent in develop in far value can mo. Ali abeji. Or the call. Kroma says me say obi ba be ye wo dem say ye man who the next 5 years. Dortmund for academy no ma be establish no. Near place and the free Kruma say diako. Any sika umbenya film. Na in class no ti ase we high. Say baby for me fat talent ni hu mfa so. Yeah and the ane and ye nya eni hu mfa so bia because we simply do not like it. We don't care.
Enko enim.
And also Man City winning against AU Vomiting Wanderers. The entire Man City winning is amuntimi my boys in Sansi from Sada. Ope teams are now saying, Omodi boys, Ramo pa back Man City. The last time a Man City winning a game in the Premier League, Andrew Bekai said Premier League, Man City winning game. In fact, they won in the FA Cup, they won in the EFA Cup. FA Cup, no, share Zeta 10-1, and a EFA Cup semi-final first leg. Omokwa we kwachi Newcastle show 2-0. But Nanya in the Premier League. Yeka Premier League Andy. The last time Man City won a game in the Premier League 27 December last year. Si yeka 27 December one shot obaya just say oh na say nche Premier League na nko break. All the other leagues ni ko break. But Premier League ni ko break. So if 27 December ebesi na e ka say match is akoso pa. Na Andy onum say there Arehone say Man City last win na onyaye no was against Nottingham Forest. Almost Nottingham Forest by 2-1. And almost Nottingham Forest by 2-1 no. Games at twice nyina no. am talking about air 4 games. Man City enya a single win in those air 4 matches. Omni Sunderland, Man City equal draw na 0-0. Omni Chelsea, right after said Chelsea SRK, coach Enzo Maresca. Chelsea next game was against Air Man City. Everybody, including myself, thought that Man City ebe Chelsea. By a ball game ni no, na Chelsea akofa draw against Air Man City. Na Man City home. The next game of Man City boy was against Air Brighton and Ubakaya and so na Man City home. Omni Brighton ebo 1-1. And their last game in the Premier League was an away game to Manchester United. And they lost by 2-0. Now they are common in those 4 matches. And we are saying all those 4 matches now Man City airdrop a point, possession yomudia. Man City effort possession. But team na Man City nene bono. And the possession Man City we are. Andy, no match Man City on the counter on the break. Shadie. Omni Sunderland Ombo 0-0. Only Man City ball possession. In that game, Man City about 67% of ball possession. Ombo 4 shot on target. Sunderland now ono enya fewer number of a possession about 3 shot on target. Omni Chelsea game ni pay 1-1. And cry no a game and Man City be really simple because na Chelsea asaki ni coach, new coach Krenya Mai. And a Chelsea they come boss our game now about 1-1. And the baby I'm here disappointed by was their game against Air Brighton. Game ni up 1-1. Man City about 59% of ball possession. So about 59% there. A Chelsea Brighton about 41% of ball possession. But if you start, Man City 59% of ball possession, about 4 shots on target. Brighton about 41%, about 7 shots. 3 of them were on target. Now, the Man City for Hokrano, last 2 games in all competition. Man City last 2 games, Andy was their away game to Manchester United. So game, Manchester City about 68% of ball possession. 68. So City about 68 there. Manchester United about say only 32% of ball possession. Bandy, City ball 68%. Or more a shot on target on that day.
United actually 2.
Manchester United now about only 32% of ball possession. And the about 10 shots against Man City. And 7 shots on target. Eshe mumienu. Eshe 3 goals and the VAR edisalawe. Eshe heti goal post emienu. Now their last game was the Champions League game away to Bodo Glimt. So Bekai, Man City lost the game by 3-1. And also the same trend at Waso. Even though say Rodri equity red card, mejitum. But before say Rodri cry equity red card, Andy, Na City were a 2 goals down. Yeah, we a game, Now Man City about 65% of ball possession, dominating the game. Budona are not able home to Air Man City, able only 35% of ball possession. Mandy, yeah, we a game, Na Budo for almost 35%, Omni City enter the same shot on target. City ball 5 shot on target. Budo for ball 5 shot on target. The other catch Man City extra ball now, and the Omni as dangerous as they used to be. And without the ball, Omni are very, very vulnerable. And then our game against Manchester United, dominate possession, 68%, but one more a shot on target. Manchester United now, about only 32% of ball possession, and 7 shot on target against you. And the last 4 games, Andy, I can't go into the say Arsenal open 7 points lead against Omono. There the kind of moment they say they will need to reverse this trend. How do they reverse this trend? Or make me reverse this trend. Say one of the cheapest teams, in fact, team enya in the Premier League Ukraino, and a City in Bonnet. So in Premier League table now, and the City at Osumino. When the Wolves neighbor, Wolves at also say 20th on the league table. Omena nyadi.
Omena we.
The starting season, March the 1 first day of the Premier League and a City any Wolves share na e Wolves for FA Man City e ko show mo kan 9 omo ntimi antibi City e show mo sa kan 9 ni wie no and Man City enya 8 straight wins in all competition afterwards but a different City dey kan one asemi o sa City na start season ni sa no ye wura 2026 no and they about 7 matches Man City win 2 pay 2026 you about 7 matches in 2026 of those 7 matches Man City are winning losing their last 2 matches on Premier League table now Maso on the on betting on Arsenal to win the Premier League but 16 games remaining now we are 7 points behind Arsenal now born Arsenal airborne say why you very careful why you want to catch it up and at this stage there Andy I think say everything is going wrong for Man City now anybody something they will need to avoid
Gotcha.
The last time a Man City equal 5 straight games in the Premier League without winning since Tomako 4 I won't win in the Premier League. The last time a Man City ever 5 or more games in the Premier League, 1 winning bino, and the between October to November 2009. Sam Reno, Nama Hughes Leo coach. Man City echo 7 games without winning. This time around, no, and the Omako 4. The next game, you know, so man win here, they are going to air 5 game. That will be the most Omako win without winning the game since 2009. But there they can say teams are City team mo pa no. Team a City ne neighbor Andy on a Premier League no chato. So a Premier League table na team o chato pa no and a Man City ne neighbor. The last 30 matches are Man City about tier teams are on a neighbor no on that tour in the Premier League no Man City win 26 of them and we draw 9. In fact, the last 9 games are Man City about tier teams are Premier League no omo that last no and the Man City 9/9 omo winning 9 keku and the omo 36 goals abra ball and tomonet. It's in there boys say omo ko to dey go form e chewo paka ho Man City must do the needful now against A-Wolves there omo boys to num su kakra but the reason why Man City ain't me underrated A-Wolves ni say Meditum Premier League on the chato but the say Wolves in their last 4 games unbeaten. The last 4 games you know and the Newcastle was 0-0 Everton 1-1 Manchester United now a City 2-0 no Wolves ending 1-1 and in the last 4 games you know and the almost West Ham West Ham anti there the Karima Man City ni say so Premier League table now team are on there in terms of attack on she goes to cry no and the Wolves on say Wolves for actually only 15 goals in the Premier League and the least in the Premier League 16 goals how many matches 22 matches now say 15 goals are you are averaging less than a goal per game. It means that in attacking wise you know and the omunyade you about 22 matches of those 22 matches you know emu 11 and the oman goal emu 11 oman goal so meditum say I think that the person every air relegation zone but maybe about do it there any form that City will need there they will need a game like this to reverse the trend. When I'm here coaching Andy I just go back to the basis. I branch a friend Jeremy Doku any Semenyo on the flanks free folding behind Haaland and the Odom say Haaland ako 8 games are on she go from open play the last 8 games are Haaland abono open play on she go. And the longest I walk without scoring a goal since I know see a kind of Modi in 2008. But Semenyo the other flank. Now I branch a friend Jeremy Doku. Now if you fold in elbow behind a branch here, your friend Haaland there, they will need to get the goal because a team and the almost that enya DSR. Baby a City brand so chile. Only some last 2 games in Yano in Quadana watch the back for 9 Quadan. By the game, no, I branch a friend Magehi available there. Andy, so I have training me in Ukraine and the board so sati. It's Magehi, any Kusan of MO4 and 5. And it's a Matthias Nunes available there. Matthias Nunes MO right back. No. Now branch a friend Ryan Nuri, MO the left back. No sort air back line. And I'm sure that so to me, City winning and the end match of a difficulty. I go for a game one, Man City win. Minko win keke Man City win over 2.5. They have to win.
Okay.
So they will team a game of Man City so much winning. Arsenal about Manchester United. They say when Manchester United phone. I must say carrick ball. When carrick ball no. I was say Kwame Nkrumah moto. When him cutting Oji Bona
ye ko yenim
ye Bona na ye ko yenim.
No turning back.
And until say Mourinho eba Premier League no no. Odum say na Premier League ni ye Arsenal and Manchester United there.
Yeah.
Omne necessity the rivalry. But ye kasa say Manchester United 15 points behind Arsenal. So in Premier League now, the points gap between Manchester United and Arsenal 15 points. Meditum. Say Arsenal in their last 2 games in the Premier League, Arsenal winning you. Make a Premier League as them. The last 2 games, Arsenal last 2 games in the Premier League, was against Liverpool 0-0. And then the last game in the Premier League, was against Nottingham Forest 0-0. But the entire side draw me, Matane said, once Arsenal dropping points in those 2 matches, now Aston Villa, Eddie Man City, so air dropping points, Eddie Man Arsenal. So Arsenal bet me dropping points, but encounter because team na HSC no, and take advantage of their sleep. Arsenal last game was a 3-1 away to Inter Milan. Bandy, yes, Obaji Liga, there be either darling poker. Baby, yes, Andy, Omani a fortress. Your home matches.
Yeah.
Say, a season we are Arsenal bought 16 games in all competition. The Emirates factor. So 16 games now, Arsenal bought fee. And the Arsenal is unbeaten in those 16 matches. We're winning 14. And we're drawing. See, about Premier League in Arsenal about 11 games in the Premier League. Of those 11 games, Arsenal winning 9. And we're drawing. Goals Arsenal say in the Premier League, 40. But you check him say no cry. Arsenal total goals in the Premier League, 40. 40 no. Emu 26. Arsenal say no fee.
Okay.
Arsenal say 40 goals in the Premier League.
Yeah, that's true.
Emu 26 goals or say away fee. Meaning that away Arsenal say 14 goals per away. Arsenal consider how many goals?
14 goals.
Emu 5 per consider fee. Arsenal said more goals with fee. And the fee and then sell the ball better to Arsenal net because the 14 goals no consider emu 5 per and Arsenal consider with fee.
Na Yahweh.
And na Yahweh. And again, Arsenal how many points? 50 points.
Yeah,
50 points. Emu 29. Arsenal gin fee. To be Arsenal edge league and they've made sure that a fee there. Oba. Wabaya their main competitors, no be draw because but teams as Arsenal say no they build points with fear there. Arsenal China Andy, no I simple. Mijidi, see a real season, now Manchester United about top 4 and they bear their biggest achievement. So where they not Amorim here. Now say Michael Carrick at the Manchester about top 4 and the Yamonabaso.
Yeah, I say Bonabaso.
Do you know why that is achievable? Premier League, Manchester United also num. Meditum. But only say are just 1 point behind Liverpool.
Yeah. Liverpool 36, Manchester United 35.
So Manchester United playing in the top 4 feasible, something they can achieve.
Realistic
because team that and 4th position, only 1 point better than 8 more. Your friend Manchester United. Mandy. Manchester United 2 sides of the coin. Odin said in their last 11 games in the Premier League. The last 11 games in the Premier League, it be a Manchester United Tottenham. The last 11 games in the Premier League, Manchester United at Tottenham. The last 9 games on the road, United the bar we are Tottenham. But the other side of the coin is that Manchester United ain't keep a clean sheet on the road this season.
That's how then they Google.
Or quite we are. obeshe go de
ba on keep clean sheet
season we nyina no won say de bo say omo say mo Europe
this is the Aka League
amafo go Champions League no and Manchester United bo only weekend kwa
yeah is there Aka 16 matches
FA Cup onim Carabao Cup onim so they have enough time to prepare eti as the Champions League midweek no na Manchester United tifia omo bia o. And I think that Obonya enough time to rest to prepare for this game. But maybe as some year who Juma Pano is when they travel. At travel, no, they will score a goal by then now. Bob Tomonet. What the kaka? Amula 6 games against Arsenal. Abras Nebo Fino. Arsenal winning 5 and about draw. This season, yeah, you know. Arsenal bar Old Trafford. Ebeche back in August. Ebeche Manchester United the Kabakwa. Manchester United Antimianti. And me na me Arsenal coach na you think utusu wan Victor Gyökeres and Gabriel Jesus a call last game against Inter Milan ko breeze say Gyökeres on free bench e be shey go there so and that game a game one Arsenal will need to win because Arsenal and share na Man City e be win here even though Arsenal a 7 points gap. If they drop a point, Na City be winner and they are closing the gap, not pressure they Arsenal so to be able to maintain their 7 points lead, you know, winning all game, you know, and just forget about the better Man City. The Man City winner, we don't care. Olusua, you don't care. The most important thing is say Andy, Ube winning your game. Me catch now say Amorim no. Adeba kwa mi esake no no swording, na swording.
Oh no, on change your
coach pragmatic.
Pope Krabeka winti.
Carry Kibaye no and on top player o. Onye changes bia o. Just tactical change. Ye more 4 back. 4 back na ebo no. And Dalot emo right back. Luke Shaw emo left back. Lisandro Martinez and Harry Maguire emo 4 and 5. The double base na odi Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro bono. And odi Kobe Menu. Abeka branch friend no Casemiro ho. Say on what about the double base? And we're pushing Bruno Fernandes and the call him as number 10. Or pushing Bruno Fernandes as number 10, no. And on the flanks, you know, Amad Diallo, and a branch of friend, Patrick Dogu. On my last game against Manchester United, no, and they were more strike you, running Bemu and the lead attack, no, as number 9. But a branch of friend, Patrick Dogu, as they go from the flanks, and a running Bemu, our lead attack, no, as they go, and the Manchester United coach them Manchester United weakness and their strength and now about to suit their strength. They consider possession to Manchester City. But omoji ball na Andy pa 1-2 no make it attempt at goal. Me sure say against Arsenal there. Say no munya the 4 against Man City no omunya the half on there. Mejidi Arsenal will come, but Arsenal team no, and me hwe baby the battleground. The battleground no. The year go to there United midfield no. Say so about double base me no. Nti Casemiro and Kobe Menu. No the Bruno Fernandes account. Arsenal so enfimfi no. Martin Zubimendi, Declan Rice and the Odegaard. One the be win this central midfield battle no. And I think that are very critical. Baby my GD. Arsenal benya a win over Manchester United no. Arsenal home record no. Arsenal bo fie die. And I think that their home record no say Arsenal will try to pick a win. Nyame adoma china game no Manchester United but a game one. Arsenal nya the crowd go for a double chance Arsenal.
Remember the other matches no my no predictions no but this time I'm come Maxwell hold now. Maxwell fa me rule kakra na ye
Manchester Arsenal and United but before then no my main share we. And there are many people will be asked questions. In my opinion, will I say it's a football now? Is stronger than before, Anna? Because they feel like players today are not good compared to those times. And my young word you mark a crime, me here we are the Manchester Derby, no, and the name of the account.
And Manchester Derby.
Why do I keep saying Arsenal, Manchester United, no? The account here who the first of all, the also sports nangs say team sports are basically offense and defense. On enna a ruling obehwe with defense no wa with offense no. That is when Rebecca say you are really playing very well. Now offense na yana assault and you go in to destroy your opponent the odeba. And a defense who keep his shield and I say who protect one. And as a team there was a way sa tooling in very well Andy. Before Rebecca say you are having the best of o ball a wobo se we ba ku ye no wan get the akania you still don't get the credit for it but you want to say now football and asesa dey tina me say asesa you starting here ball and the not the idea ni na is ye be say go until let me get on the screen the first football formation na ye nyan na 118 na free 118 na about 226 but what I say NSR call 235 and see what I'm trying to say is that in here about 118 and one defender, one midfielder and 8 attackers and about 2 defenders, 2 midfielders and 6 attackers. The idea in I said to score by year in the 1920s now you see a invented offside rule no? And I have Bill Chapman of Arsenal invented another system this time at the 3-5-2 and the work screen is no the 3-5-2 formation into way by more information and the boya until such a time and later yenya the 4-4-2 and not to me by and a 4-3-3 also it to me back on and sana it's even 4-2-3-1 into what I'm trying to say is that currently no eba etireno defenders ebe Dawson it's my ball move heading meaning so what's my argument as because first na defender you one midfielder one na attackers and so the idea is to just continue both my copy goal but surprisingly the first game international game Scotland and England they boy you know and they still and they 0-0 although we now above 118 and they drew be about 226 but still and they 0-0 so
you will be 8 attackers
surprisingly about and Sheffield's near Harlem and they bought the first club for that's 1860 and also called 2-0 for Sheffield United despite the fact that 8 or we attackers neighbors sanity ain't the more defenders na ebe doors who game now my game ne heading what's my argument nasi now my game heading so neno you bought 4 sometimes will be bought 5 and now 4 and now 3 defenders or about 3 defenders crowd wing backs no so sabi defending into my ball no and then more heading say first no and na first na ball more technical meaning that players ne talent na and na display it was the first obo team and so but no one round be coaches and so na team because then more tactical their coach better say yeah now we need to perfection now you are good to go so most of the players today Andy obeka so mo said dan ka obeka so mo nya de bebre nya so mo nya de sa na ball na be more tactical Inti be affairs of foreigners when ne ball no mo bank or so be struggle because they want to be very technical. I mean, so what's your technical and say what player and what talents and we exhibit and a tactical nature said their coach actually say yeah and you wedding. Oh yeah, these are the two. Now what I said, coaches no, your coach be or ni team no, baby a strong by defense, baby a strong in midfield, and a baby a strong attack. Ebi said Jose Mourinho. And now what coach say Pep Guardiola so no ni team no. Baby a strong pie attack. Baby a stronger your friend say midfield. And a baby a strong defense. Because we believe he says or ocean 3 or best or 5 will win a game. But Mourinho mo believe says yeah bar no sell one and the all my own channel and as a one channel own channel. That is how the teams necessity. But them teams normal strength to what attack to say be Arsenal to say Barcelona, Real Madrid, they had a advantage over teams I have normal strength and a defense Atletico Muni at any baby. Now what I said. Also, I told you I say Barcelona are not defending well. Most especially teams. And the question is that teams here Marca say and the more a strong attack. No, do they really defend? To say be a Real Madrid and the omu defend ye. How do they defend? Barca money buy me more because they want to play the ball. The answer is they defend very well. How do they defend? One, omu use possession because they believe that the best way to attack is to possess, or the best way to defend is to possess. Because ukuta ball ni bebra, opponents ni enye bi ball ni bimbo non fan heto. Again, say o pass around now kuta ball be no you're frustrated. Ne tackle be a bit me ending in the card or results. Unya advantage over them. 2 they say, omu use pressing no. Pressing so ukuta ball no mbe go so. Either so pressing omu 2. Either so mbe high pressing or medium pressing. Medium no mo around the center circle no they call center circle the conquer 4.5. Okay. But high one, you move you deep into the half of the opponent.
That's a penalty box now. No more.
It is a way they defend. Again, no more you should have more block you view, or more position, send on which age now. Or the ball block you view. Into won't mean for born and call target out. And no, on bet me I'm wabble board and no more about ball be shoot to be a fine chain. Bob the way they were on beach now, they will block your visa so another way. And delay tactics, Europeans need time use, but North Africa for the expect. The Europeans don't really use it, but delay tactics and they say unimbopa and frustrating. And my opponent here frustrated. No, ham. What I said, you both on where you attention, then they can easily manipulate you by doing that. But the Europeans need time use to delay tactics because her referees need a very, very way on that. But North Africa for the and delay tactics and they say wouldn't me now could be so I bet you. Meaning so what I mean, who's a Bobby Bema who knew a John what to know a man and also, oh yeah, there time nibi besiegu. And last but not the least, the marking no we need two. Ebi a man marking, ebi a medacrisia or me man kwa baby or befebia mene beko, and a bakusia zonal marking. Zonal marking say me a men down the men that Christian or men down home. But area now be operating no, ye beginate and a block area. And to most times a la mini mercy munina or more bobo be out to a Portugal ne Spain or here. Oze la mi no nya kwan fa ball nko debi o ma block space to nya o de be. So this is how these teams really defend. So they really defend very well. And in most times, you know, say omo consider a lot of goals ayana a lot of problem. And every team defends well. And they say the best way to defend is to possess the ball. That is why Bayern Munich, Arsenal, Barcelona, say Barca for crying say nanse omo koji we ananko makobe 8 or so games and 6 or so non common concede go until the Clasico na Madrid, but of course you know say Madrid there. They really defend very well. Sana teams no enti nipa ne there no ti the American say and nebo ni more dancing first no. And non chess first for they were no good, they were good. But there are times systems and formations ne be so a ma de ne more tactical emu yedene. Hwe Jose Mourinho Chelsea team no ne ba obete show mo ba betes won de obode Barcelona for. Obete so. But Clasico near board because there are so many technical players Nandi. Oye den goals in the flow. Oye den skill in the eba. Enti Mourinho time no can just be boss skill. Essien co crash drop back cross strike or back crash or be a crash be. Ejandi one here we name bebu so that is how it is. It's never on the more thing as in first. But yeah, so because of inventions, the systems, the formations, no. So born no more so a bed anymore. But what you must say in 10 days say ubia tiase. Now, here match ne. Arsenal are called 12 games unbeaten in all competitions. And the team are more, they are my friend, a hell of a form. It is only a more beba and the engage joke business. You really need to play above yourself to either beat them or otherwise. Continentally, domestically, Arsenal are on top. In general, because Arsenal are in a big league, then you're also flexing their muscle. Now, here comes Manchester United. Chris indicated, before the derby, Nanki in Manchester and Arsenal, Omo Bawi Akwala, Thierry Henry, Dennis Beckham, these were the players. And Oko Manchester United, a whole lot of stars. Carlos Tevez and Cristiano Ronaldo, money adding now. But two teams in Andy, I refer to them as sleeping giants. They are giants who are sleeping. I think Baku Air tried to wake up. And Baku so is turning to be a white elephant. But white elephant, they're more dangerous. It means that you don't even operate. So one would you make? I don't mean Baku Air turning white elephant. But Omungina is sleeping giant. But Arsenal, Obi or Dan Obi Ebe Bob Numna Critic Neniso Aten. Or we know who's on the beam and a man in the beam. Or see there be on that's so fun about still best struggle. What am I saying? Only Arsenal last 2 Premier League games and 0-0 no about Chris.
Yeah.
Almost a go. Almost soon concede. But it has 7 points and on lead the table. No? Like earlier we started Andy. Yemfan say if on the line. City to me we need those 2 games now whilst Arsenal epic draw now. What you say? Senka 4 points.
Yeah.
I got a difference of points, you say 3. But because City were unable to get maximum points, the difference is still 7. And because a year league is so many teams, so results affect you obedient. And there are times a team can win a league while all the other teams are doing well, and a team can also win a league while the rest of the teams are not doing well. But no matter what it is, they still won. Now, 2009, almost called 3 games and now draw near. And Arsenal need to avoid that. And looking at the form of one, I think they will be able to avoid. I dare bet Arsenal to avoid this and say Arsenal ball home at the last 17 games they are unbeaten. And I will be able to make 17 games unbeaten, but what are the records? If you can't know what draw be brain, no. But in this sense now, Arsenal and winning 17 games unbeaten, no. Arsenal and winning 15, and on my draw 2. And I say, "Oh, they may dreams are Arsenal." Ever form in really in that one. Manchester United, they are only 1 point off the top 4. Just a point. No more top 4. And yes, now can carry ball, but one fat in just one account. Carry ball, more goose. What I say? Carry ball, more goose. And the rest of which match more goals. But United are also unbeaten in 5 games. Don't let us forget about 4 more. We need to normal draw 3. What him say Carrick by Manchester United need team a wabo more shots bar. Yes, 41. And a shot on targets where you're more past 17. And see Arsenal who say, and yes, our Manchester United team no any ball osuro no debi. Sa Manchester United team way there. Carrick mentality go on the time no more to me say Arsenal 8 near ading and no day back game no ewe unkwankwa. Because the game they played against City was a different Manchester United team by. But in the year 2021, BBC only this year.
Gotcha.
Okay. Michael Carrick be a stopgap coach.
Yeah.
Me na me so mumfa team because few matches or boy that time Cavani mu na performance be
that.
Yes, minim de see ya omuyi ni free o na team na nye o sha Arsenal. And a CC so wasa ba as a stopgap coach jo person o ye ne double. So Arsenal must be very, very, very careful because Carrick ball no ni ball from Tottenham the back Manchester no ni ball pa. In fin what the oboa coaching soon 20 ball na say. So they should be very, very careful. But Manchester United last 3 away games are winning. It's also true as 90 the Manchester United they call games we and the A2 1 Carrick and a 2 no me be we are mecca. Now you're head to head. A one-sided. It's always Arsenal. It's always Arsenal winning the last 4 in the Premier League. And then for the last 6 in any venue, Yano. Arsenal draw 1 or more winning 5. It's a landslide, say election and Kabaka say a landslide victory. And Arsenal enya over your friends Manchester United. But the point is this: one weapon of Manchester di kumna make an ini. On say winning 5 draw 1 at 6 games. But Manchester United encore 7 games with Arsenal winless that. How's what you must say? Say Manchester United and Arsenal ball 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games are United didn't win and see that. But me know can say the last 6 in all venue Arsenal winning 5 and drawing 1. This is the 7th game and a Carrick and Swaba. But what you must say? You hear the hot stars no. Arsenal defense Christian they started very well, but in recent times though they are not conceding too many goals, but to say it used to be.
The starting season because say one here Chelsea record of conceding 15 goals in a season. One here Arsenal breaking, but with 16 games to go, Oma conceded 14.
What it means is that in recency way by Arsenal defense and get that water title. Of course, in the last 2 games, I won't consider. But what I know is this: 7 out of their last 9 games, I am able team to score. It's for my here United beat me a goal. And Arsenal 8 Premier League games, Andy, emu 2 pen or lead the first half. It is a United nya goal, Carrick ball more goals. On bet me at 10 more defense. But what I say, no more to me the so Arsenal needs to be very careful. And like United, so the last 8 away games, the crazy okay. The last 6 of the last 8, almost me say 2 or more goals. So United the team almost a goal. And on my hate woodwork and I ban and I say we 17 occasions. Now Bukayo Saka only himself called 12 games on Shego. Christian Ayala 12 games on Shego. But our very good record against Manchester United was 2 goals, no assist 1. Well, the last 4 games no my both you name 3 on the ISR record. Elsewhere Bruno Fernandes created 62 chances, was assisted 9. It is the most in the Premier League. And the last 2 of the last 3 head-to-head no so was go. And Andy to sum it all up, say Nebeko. If underline say United bet me up ball na Omuni City boy in India a over 2.5 game. Ball na Omuni City boy no. So United bet bought the same ball and now even better cradia. And me who say over 2.5 game. And a bet me ako game no. Goals ne bet me akum. But oka se one e be win ya. Arsenal yes slight at February because of their record against Manchester. But that weapon say United in Lusu on 7 say Umbeko 7 or Munche Bida. And Michael Carrick and Arsenal should be very careful. So this is a game I'm calling 50-50. 50-50. Baba could be winning. Goes into over 2.5.
Home or home and away.
Double chance both teams.
But over 2.5. Because Michael Carrick or Kano Huang ya teta sem.
Hey, Nandesian.
Nada teta yensen.
Is it Carrick ya this teta?
Carrick make Kano hold that Kano Huang teta.
Ni bisa also Kano Huang.
That's all no afino aba. Yam boy so sena na watch this so ya de na wo so we. No also okay.
O Kano Huang.
Carrick sa teta 6 ye be Monday ye be kare. And yes, the sweetness of the pudding lies in the eating. The emphasis we got Carrick no. I was at it Manchester United mentality. The nyamo die bia amore mono. Saturday now, I'll expect guess no. Born the had papa no mu Arsenal 8, Arsenal 6, Arsenal. They are chairman musu here. Okay. No, I can't musu.
Injebini.
It be no day, but no. I want to see to one bia na when your time I hear born.
Hey.
Born said almost a bear 5 referee no so onje. Meboa. Na sa kwa no weja na bodu se ne Brandon Boemon.
I raising Manchester United.
Omuni City one we bia.
Me shebi.
Na the entire game.
They played very well.
And they played very well. No so mo bought the same ball as na wu.
Almost arrested.
Omo ni Europe bia bo wona so ko je Champions League. Onu wa jibi wona unjibi da. Onu wa jibi a. Onu nka so ko bo Europe or bo wincho ko kunu yes, Brakra leg no. I want to have a more. So I'm saying you.
Now, when you do. That's who raising Manchester United fans. No, you could be better. Hey, Max.
That's a Manchester United. So, I'm to be some big teams. No.
Hey,
City match. No, me say in your referee dank how many goals?
5.
And yet, dia Chelsea the Barca, and yet Biano also the City. And no crane derby game. No boy thing. But what I say, what I'm saying, they're 50-50 game, but I think over 2.5 goals there likely because maybe a both team can even score. So whosoever is winning would have to score 2 or more. Manchester United, me say, Omo continent no. Tisa first na money omo Bonny City ba no omo gina podium say go machi no there be o. Ana Ronaldo bu ofu say ball no body tiny here no. They will attack you.
Monday is over bedroom.
Na me medma de denesi.
Okay.
They will attack you. And to also win in Bona Better Lega. Some bebre here. Manchester read the almost I have a form of being your vocal.
No, me have I will remember no me have a form of I will remember no me have a form of
I'm in a 40 wooden pipe whatever. Very nice. Hey, be white in here, President Darling Paul. Manchester United to win Casa.
What they runs billionaire Mama Maxwell United all the way.
Mass. If Arsenal beat Manchester United and I catch you, I will beat you.
How say you go catch me for it? If you made they play the ball. Me, what are they seeing? Me, what are they talk? Because with the talk, somebody go fee even take penalty. Go fee Kamabi understand what are they talk. But they say Manchester United team we never back on the
See, Nana Kojo Darlington say last week. Maxi said City was going to kill us, and today he's saying otherwise. We are going to kill someone.
All apologies to Manchester. Me ba Monday can be patch or baby you any free. All apologies. Because them say City back kill you. But you are the City no Andy. So mu be the same just now so be you. So where is our ball ni? Aman Diallo fa ball not. Nama.
And another message for you, Ivan, Evans. Ivan, I say tell Maxwell to stop hyping Manchester United. They played better against City, not because they United are good, but rather City were poor. It will be a disaster for Manchester United to open up against Arsenal at the Emirates. Honestly, Arsenal supporter.
And I'm also assuring him, say Michael Carrick on defending. On Tottenham for ball, you consider 20 crowds so ye beam. Sana Manchester don't bomb and Las Vegas and no diaba. Minim sa what they make an asia. It's a yes Manchester United team now never no Jina Po Musebia Besson no. Kobisa City. So Kobisa Sebenyo. Sebenyo show be or show. Who's a match or Mama Sebenyo movie. Or Mama who's so cry. Also master and can't show Mato again out here. Again out here with Yagro. Yamamo Bombi Obobiana. Yamamobi.
Chamber for Maxwell is raising Manchester United's high because he rubbished United before the City game.
Exactly the point. So that is why I said I beg with all apologies. And they need to be gentlemen enough to apologize because how they played was a marker. No more BS Jana. Wow, Penny Jana no.
A child prince or see United a ye. Thanks, Maxi.
Yes. Masa say munim. No one City but mo bought different balls. Monday and but mo bought the same body because as we are speaking here, they are only Christian Ocasio or mo to me bought top for a huge achievement. Yeah, right? Yeah. They are only 1 point away from the top 4.
Yeah.
So maybe just maybe a draw crowd will see them in the top 4. And Carrick no ex-player. Omo mabubo pia Champions League. Also no ni bobo pa. England no mabubo pia. And no buy no be say Arsenal as a top guard coach.
Say no.
And no was
about meeting Kemini say ball for the bar. Alonso ball. And
the Carrick ball dey different.
Enzo ball.
You
see Carrick ball there. I think say the first game of board here, Manchester City.
Every player played well. Also, the Harry Maguire by or the Kobe Menu Benjamin. Do you know why? Manchester United team the anglicized. It is more English. If you acquire the class of 92 now, but it was the young English boys. They go on a better team this year. Almost now, until no buy no deal. When you board on board, play a beer bobo because I feel on my total me what.
Alex say. Okay, my Alex message now.
Even in Mbuemo crowd call Nations Cup by we goal and Mbuemo say
I think I'm having messages here for you.
Mbuemo no good.
Alex say Max be careful. Manfred Manchester say Maxwell, what happened this weekend? Hey! Junior Sharon also say, hey, this man. Japan can say, Andy, can you please play this Maxwell voice on Monday?
Yeah.
And Alex say you eat white early morning and refuse to come to work on Monday. Listo, she says, Spinal say I support Max because new manager, new everything. Manchester United could dismantle us now by 5-0.
Baby, or the ball no toyen.
Hey, my man, we so overcheck Maxwell's cow. Mama, it's a message, you know. Also, Maxwell, for the work you have done today, if United win, 200 Ghana cedis will be yours.
More fire.
Atapuku was Arsenal is having a fully fit squad for the first time this season. Arsenal 5, United 0. Message
5-0, say.
Junior Charles says it seems Man United is Barca in 2009. Ibrahim Ese Carrick is back to beat Arsenal again. Trust me. And so Maxwell ya adwene. And also a child the ground say which Manchester United you did talk about, man?
You know, Angel Michael. Angel Michael said what's in his history. We're reading about what's in his history. So he's a warrior.
Yeah.
Only Gabriel was all a warrior. It's Michael Carrick is also a warrior.
Hey, Bay Maxwell.
Michael Carrick is a warrior.
Hey, you don't listen.
Masa, what the I'm for say.
Nandi me anka sound. I listen.
Adam say in fact.
I'm first man am Carrick first time. Me catch on some farmer Carrick. Do you know why? Also, much change coaches are emfa. Inte so munya insider onim the English culture. No mo di team ne man. Yes, our class of 90. Say team bia won in call for bi o ho ase obehwa. Omu jai bokra bibi ba they will come in to rescue them. I say Barcelona team no. Say enkoyi no mo de this Dutch coach by the Obaya
Koeman.
Ronald Koeman. Class of 92. Meboa.
Yes.
It's enkoyi hwane by enye sabi. Honestly a class of merciful class na. Even Luis Enrique Crano. The same class almost 92 day bana no so omunyina ewo emu na be team ni entin kan mo de ma Carrick no mo ball Carrick eti don for be 5 yan United aye me catch na on ka ye
o say na no pay em say djuma na enim say Darren Paul ye no why ye no Manchester United no pa
Carrick dey me feeling no
na Manchester United for no problem yan can be a more no more
o dey say tie obi say no ko deal. I say Maxi,
yes,
if Arsenal win, I say if Arsenal win, you will pay me 500 cedis.
Okay.
And if Man United win, I will give you 700. Can you bet?
Only $700. All the free.
Minim there one
very important.
One tray Alex that day.
Say we there Arsenal.
We about 20,000 safer. Say Manchester win here.
Say we there Arsenal in February because of the stacks here the two. But what I'm saying is that we a 50-50 game, and because of Michael Carrick, so Arsenal first time no Arsenal by beat. To beat Arsenal any problem. And Manchester some call 7 games only Arsenal won winning match.
But the difference is that City defense now Omodebutia Manchester United no. Manchester United enkonya the same defense
like that.
Manchester United is going to play against the best defense in the world at the moment.
For sure.
The best defense in the Champions League. The best defense in the Premier League. The best defense in the Champions League. And the best defense now Mukobotia City Ede Kobotia Manchester United no. I think that any other team be on a very good day could have beaten Man City. They were just terrible. And you know, Manchester United should be Mama City, they are no yastic say as they are really back because City were as I say we take credit away from Manchester United. They did well.
They did very well.
But City back line only say for the first time City parody back faller. Not 3 of them were age 21 or below, inexperienced. And Manchester United take advantage.
They also force City to play
the best defense. Let's wait and see. I just want to watch Manchester United play against Arsenal defense, so much to survivor. Then Carrick Bono, I will become an apostle of Michael Carrick.
Game will be uncle heavy. Game will be game no. To us here.
Man, you when you are being escaped. We also about 500.
But you am for say or code. But you mentioned a new code this week here. Arsenal and Manchester United game. Me my no double chance Arsenal. Me must be arguing over 2.5. Maybe back be winia ebe 2-1 nti enko ni saa City ebe she Wolves but a game City win but over 2.5 but oyenye ni saa training enko ni ntem Burnley ebo fie to Spurs ya de wa we dan so obo fie and a Burnley so nya de Burnley for in shada change so Burnley and Spurs game no my a bit moderate double chance Spurs. And the only say Liverpool so ako 4 games in the Premier League without a win. Liverpool will draw against Leeds United. Only Fulham able 2-2. Only Arsenal able 0-0. And a Burnley ending the ball 1-1. Last week almost Yaman Fosika Bruta. Only Burnley able 1-1. And then Liverpool able but on last game was a Champions League away game to Olympic Marseille. Eko show me come here so Montimianti. And then and omo boy tia Bournemouth. Obakaya they met on March the 1. and I almost almost 4-2 asemenyo was a beautiful 2 goals no anytime a Liverpool any Bournemouth be share biano ya na goals in fact team and Liverpool actually goals at tier the part in the Premier League no team a friend Bournemouth was 52 goals against them since 2017 teams at actually go tier Bournemouth pa no Liverpool and Man City the same 52 it you know also Liverpool would like to reverse the trend 4 games in the Premier League without a win there. They would like to reverse the trend. Me sure say Liverpool Abeka just 1 point to pay, and I'm sure that Madrid will try to beat Villarreal. That game, Madrid win and over 1.5. We name also me 5 minutes was win.
Okay.
Braga Como.
Power
Andrew Zosu.
Akwaba.
Yeah, yeah.
Me
was mama was also your classroom.
Me was them.
They are some.
On send Manchester United account masem. Come. Unso many aje. Yes, wrong. Ade beji egune beka. Omo ma yen kan yes say I said that Mr. Omo asem ho.
Pa. Ozu.
Na mintie we and hin na de mefa. Na Messi wo. Chad Messi.
Oh,
Chad Messi.
Oh, you training.
Chad Messi, you training. Oh, okay.
And no, Michians and training bako. Oh, you got to stories pa.
Okay.
And no catch me say. O ko Chad Messi wo training grounds. Na den nu otie. Boy ni mbo pa. Enti mo na mo doubt na ne wanwa. Bombandi. O sewo. And some training no. Oye kotoko stories pa. And okay. Also oko boy no. Before Krans no better say make no eh. And boy ni mbo pa. Enti mo doubt na ne wanwa. Bombandi. Hyacinthe.
Wonderful.
Say Christian name no.
Also Piama Vitina.
Now we saw your commentary.
Oh yes. So one say Vitina no. Otimi bo 8. Eye hu bejawu. Enti se hu bejawu ni ejebo no. Na opia edma Bobandi.
Asaka ho.
Na Bobandi edma betamo a eye 1-0. Oh Andy, serious. Oni bobo.
Koto kwa Champions League I don't know.
Onim say.
Dabi omu hihye team.
Ade a we ye bi nya ho asem. United fa mboa mu ni kunya. And I'm hihye team am ye presentation am the year commentary. Na omo here e show mo na obi send audio o send video ne mam say oh woni bi are. Oh, they me nga you. Oh, how we make video then they are bro.
Bandi uni.
Me too.
Bombandi.
And look at you do Hyacinthe.
Chad the best no. Obo national team. Obo national team. Enti amanfonso form adwen koso.
Okay.
What's our own national team?
No correct.
And boy no the ITs near ready. Now oba be see akan de makotokwa. E wona kotokwa be kai.
Asema o kai.
Asema me kai. O kai Brazilian. Bia oba kumase. A okonom sobolo.
Fabio Gama.
Ah mi coach bae. Ana man for kamika chama say chama boy ni passes. Afedu baby bia say Fabio Gama. E best player of free Brazil abagana. Enti Andy
Sana Messi dia no so you.
Oh the
because Messi no Ronaldo mbeka bi kire esuo Messi then there no ka bi kire ye nwo.
City
wa na de yasin ouching sabre and abemaye ba ku na nsen Kashala Wanet
Kashala na nsen omuko South Africa on shego humanity
and Abraduku
onimbo pa Abraduku a project
onimbo tu nso de
Abraduku a project a long-term project Abraduku
12 years
Debbie so has to forget the Dramani on so no onim coaching pa eno chere coaches ade enti team no ya no akra kan you o say e will place be one sign no omo a long term project ebi mu so ye short term do the benya resource and gradually we ya adwuma kakra Andy boys say do mu Ghana Premier League ni ma no kokotokwa na has no be ba to ntena na me ba be catch no
the Chad Messi
Bobandi Hyacinthe
Mami mbisa Darren question Darren league ya yeboy your honest way obiani baby e nyina yo
yeah
team benekuta players pa we good Mediama na
yeah Mediama a very good team Mediama a very good team
okay
so what I say but when you are talking of individual players me ko Diama Kotoko
okay
Kotoko
I said talent individually there should be
Kotoko talented players who team nimpa but Mediama also very good players almost what talent but who put two together as a collective unit
Mediama the coach no Eddie Bibiaka
oh yes Mediama also almost sharing
the coach now for me a team
he's able to get the best out of the talent but Hano Kotoko they are not
individual talent but then
individual
as a team omunye visa
de shenusa on say obi hu talent no she Peter Miduakwa obi hu talent no she Hubert Jawu obi hu talent no but putting them together as a collective unit
a bit problematic
Libya Boga Kranso nearby
Libya Boga no
dia wa ba Libya no ba
Avetamwa
is all friend Libya Boga
Libya so ko Boga
ai na this year
na we Ghana ni approach ni Libya bisa o nanam
entiandi
ma mintie ai darling point say me o de ba
nyame ya duma nyame anim no kranie league ne de ba bia du ne mu be de emu be de pa se wo hwe soro a enunim ebi mo sa start Bobby maybe o How's for starting Bobby Kotoko starting Bobby because 3 games and the best settle when you be in Tama also Bobby more no neteshe now wash aba betono How's no Kotoko don't say near from BBI pay but as I say 18 team league na year bono omu no Super League o Andy that's the gospel truth Kotoko ne has no omu bo league enti se Kotoko she na has lusu a ubon se ejare be frew he's not thinking about soro Mediama she mfa ne ho ba Kotoko she na has lusu a Kotoko ni bi be frɛ has ni bi se has she na Kotoko lusu a e same thing enti league ni de ba bia duru no aka 15 matches 45 points involved and ebeye de but Andy onim say na year koso champion coach Ano Walker and then ewo pram
yeah
and then eja Ano Walker kwan wa coach teams ni bebre osi akan ni bi obo Kotoko nyina edru baby o kai tam wo Olympics na has a struggle pass obehye no o ja ye wa koi on na sporting director de ma Vision FC and ene nyame emfa ne kra nsie Justice Blay Andy Oko Kampala Uganda
City Council
Debbie
okay
Uganda
yeah
team view your friend NEC FC
okay
Justice Blay it's likely say one obekwa akosi akai Oko and watu kula akokro nim omo hwe no na bibia etuto dia former Kotoko central campista Justice Blay fantastic midfielder okwa akosan Eddie Amomo Andy okay listo well hene no obo Kotoko no obo loan na no other na mebeka say born in Middlesbrough started training or a Samba Stars coach Freddy mu player say boy no ne deal no omo finalize BBR $500,000 to $600,000 around that figure no and omo ton no and Kotoko benya $50,000 $50,000 and only ska Kotoko benya house of folk ya kon cry na and the boys no omo faka ako Legon on say ne omo ne 11 one disable na players no ya was squad no wa
okay
3 goalkeepers ni nyina te bas ni Benjamin Asari Solomon Agbasi Sharif Shuaib and Asare Nebeda.
Okay.
Defenders no Emmanuel Amankwa, Cephas Osabute, Ransford Mensah, Baba Demu, Ali Muhammad, Calvin Osiasibe, Gordon Kujo, Medford Essa, Omwa Basini, Abdul Karim, Theophilus Collinson, Hussein Muhammad, Kwesi Asma, Omunyina Tibasini, attackers, Mauli Wayo, Hamza Issa, Henry Kwaku Boateng, Martin Kakari, Frank Aburaduku, David Opafrani and Timameki, and then all 3 yellow cards into a suspension. Your man Kwabe Fiapria, you wouldn't want crying. Now, these 2 players, our gym, and here supporters, no, and then Olegon has an 11 wonders. A big game. Has person G League Nandi. Sa game way also Oshe. Or bar way. But has no Oboni home Olegon. Into no on 2 coin. Ewon Krawa. Latest kakre free team no e camps ana mediaba no. Koto konsu onim search no mu bofi.
Against Baseke
Holy Stars.
Yeah, what you call your score line? What's the bet 3-0? Okay, last
oh yes.
Video no Hontino.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I'm a score line.
Timandi.
She. Enye izo.
Some mo share kotoko.
Omo share kotoko. Ewo Satan no kotoko ye unbeaten you. Last season Baseke kotoko ko no mo 1-1. Ana kotoko be share no 1-0 ha. Enti kotoko nya 4 points from Baseke Holy Stars. This season, na kotoko ye unbeaten. Obian Timisha kotoko league nim. Anna Johnson Smith. A share kotoko 2-1. Say so moba kotoko beko for revenge. On the weekend, the big game of Cape Coast. Dwarfs and Asgold. Almost all no. Emu bako never qualify.
Asgold ne Dwarfs bako.
Mysterious Ebusian Dwarfs. And Asgold 04. And Agadas. Ebe making a derby.
Okay.
Agadas bebo. And from Division 1 no. Say Asgold Ebeba. Na Asante region. Teams you know. Adobo. And I say Bakwa beka. And as a central region, in 15 man temu also, Ebusian Dwarfs and Ebeba. Na sa game we no. And the unim say.
Yeah, I think I know. I mean, maybe I say one radio station raise 10,000.
Yeah, Ebrumpo. Siko ma jeje no. Omu be a phone.
Yeah.
When from it to say, Akoko dignitaries are. Omu was some patemu ajiska. And they come Asgo Dwarfs. Ain't easy. This weekend, the Ghana Premier League, March day 20, Division 1. And some flew up on Andy.
Mera say, we Paul Frimpong, but yentie coaches no and some atuja ahead of their various games. So and young chance here from how to focus because I want and ebonne edietia 11 wonders coach Masewood Didi Dramani and then in some atuja ahead of the game in
should not deceive people from what they do. They are one of the finest squads in the league. They play more free flowing football, they keep the ball more, and so we try as much as possible to close spaces that they will create and then try to take advantage of their vulnerability in terms of how they defend as a team. And so we will respect what they have in terms of their ability to keep the ball, and then we will also try to exploit their weaknesses in terms of their inability to defend as a team.
I know coach Masewood Didi Dramani on the plan out there call a game now also at the kakra etuja edifa chances of create any goals or sebano nina yinti coach Masewood Didi Dramani.
Positives we took from that game was the ability to have some new fresh players coming from injury like Rafael coming from injury, and also having George back after some knocks, and also having the opportunity to have more players now coming, Wayo coming back, and also having Kelvin coming back, and so but the great positives we took from the game really is the ability to create more scoring opportunities in that game, but not breaking the genes of scoring. It means that we can create. Once we can create, now we reset our mentality in terms of our ability to convert.
Eno coach Masawood Didi Dramani ena yetenika now Asante Koroko enso eboli etia Basake Holy Stars ewofie nyame yadma wachina coach Karim Zito enso akasa ediafa Basake Holy Stars team now.
Positive mentality, because we need to win this game seriously. We have to take this game seriously, both technical and then the players themselves. Positive attitude and win at all costs. You have to make your intention known and then you work towards that. And that is what we are working towards. I still hold it because it's not too late. As I said, it's a marathon race. Some can start well and then there will be a time when the gap is reached a certain stage, then you can give up. But this, I don't give up till it ends. So we are still fighting for it. And football is about moment. There will be a moment when the white will be shining on you and there will be a moment when the black is shining on you. So this is, you should not give up. Just like the normal life, when things don't go well, you don't have to sit down and cry.
Coach Abdul Karim Zito Asante Koroko head coach and yetenika opposite number Coach Rashid Musa ono enso ena de Basake team do e ba no so atin sempi so nkofo kaze Basake ba omo be de mpa mo ma adan a abetamwa are returning from Libya and obebo game ni bi into pressure ebe o the defenders ne so na wayi ano e wo sankomo na ekoso no.
We are ever playing against Kumasi Asante Kotoko at Babayara Sports Stadium. It's not an easy task, but we are preparing very well towards that and then making sure that Sunday, God willing, will make Isma people smile. I don't think there will be pressure on us, on our defenders, because of Albert Amwa. Even though we know how good he is, he's a threat to every club in Ghana here, but we always have a strategy to play against all the attackers they have. Even though we know it's not going to be easy playing in Kumasi, but we love to play against them, and surely we are going to have all the 3 points against them on Sunday.
Coach Rashid Musa ono enso edekita Bobo Conference Basake Holy Stars na yetenika now Ediana nano ekolusu ye ewo Abrankesi to Nations FC and Jami Adma weekend wamu ene Swadro All Blacks and Asiaka coach Sioba Aristiga enso akasa ahead of the game.
You know, it's very difficult all the game away. About, is more distance. Our team is traveling maybe 14 hours, 15 hours from the game. After need waiting from the pitch, from the training, from before the game, and after go from the game. But this is the football. I think all the people understand this situation and he tried the maximum and good program from this game. I know come back from the negative result about Adwana Star. Still trust is possible focus from the top. Me, the coach, I not go down about I lose from the nation. And now I am number 3 position and only 32 points. I have another more game and I try best every game and best result every.
Sioba Aristika coach Diana ena yetene leno. Now, mame fa we so Emra we coach Kwabena Amisa also any team bo area tia Heart of Lions me can say na me ka Bechem United asem yentie Kwabena Amisa one also the plan ahead of game against Heart of Lions.
The players are hungry in terms of goal score. Everywhere we go at any time, we wanted to put the ball into the net. So that at least, whatever we only are counting our goals, we have enough goals in our packet. And what I would say is that there will be the focus of the technical men that we always have to train them how to score goals. Playing with the head and putting the ball at difficult angles for the opponent goalkeeper. So we have been training for it, and that is what is helping us to get the goals. So we are preparing very well. We are focused because of the defeat that we had it at Basake Holy Stars. I think the defeat have rather gingered us to the extent that we also have to do our best to also win coming Sunday.
The assistant coach Edema Bechem United Kwabena Amisa ena yetene Canada bidiwe Ibrahim Tanko Anyas Mediama Sporting Club head coach Wabo Ediatia Karela United also akasa ahead of the game.
The first game we lost the game unfortunately in the last minute, I think 90 plus. Yeah, but we did very well in that game. So definitely we are playing home. We also want to keep our 3 points here. We hope that the boys will give us that good results. It's all about about performance, and any of them who play is doing well. So definitely it's giving us headache as a technical team, but I think it's a very good for the team.
Coach Ibrahim Tanko Anas and Yeti Ninkano Maxwell. Ghana Premier League matches so this weekend and duty coaches meaning baby have a favorite.
Well, top one has been very, very competitive because we're the top 5 teams now. Adriana Ted no more 32 points, Kotoko 32 points, Hearts of Oak 32 points. The Gold Stars never 33, but Mediama Achim. Because yes, our points where Mediama lead you 8 points. These teams and boy Adriana, Kotoko and Hearts of Oak teams obviously say they are capable of winning. Then now the Gold Stars will account on match almost 7. And league is see our second round now. See you do second round not that numbers need them. I had a very difficult set team because especially when I say Mediama to me pick just a win be or baby who expect to crab back. I'm going home holiday. The best you can do a draw and cry far and few. In Sandy, early days, but I think say the league will head to Takwa again. I'm very certain. And the issue that on person African or I think say any one good motivation. So they look for a very good coach. Also, coach I don't tell you no no aba. And on no call basa ke Newman Queen or Modi Kofa Johnson Smith morning we mobile. So like looking at the way Mediama are playing and they have quality like Darling was saying. They have 2 players who have been called to the Black Stars. And aside that, okay, local Black Stars, but they still have very good players at home. I think some more players are dominating. See, they have quality. And Macassa League, on players, there's 5, right? League, and they the preparatory stage for the Africa. It's one, so Africa now, and it's a league, no money. Because all the countries, no, North Africa, East Africa, Central Africa, teams say Southern Africa more. League, no, they prepare for the your friends in Africa. So if you're movie league now, no matter be last time I can DRC player and I say ball pyramids and nasa Fiston Mayele on South striker. On the DRC team no started. Not foreigners liberty actually. Yeah, on an American as so what I'm trying to say is that say ball league ni ya and they know a springboard for you to perform in Africa. By recent time, yeah, probably all Ghana and say Ghana and Kwani would team at the ball league, you would team at the ball Africa. That it doesn't work that way. And the ABI qualify for Africa. Near sideline players who play like Gold Stars did the same thing. Okay, Gold Stars come here the same thing. First match or Hano Musa, then I say, yes, sir. So you need to recruit the best player. Let the best players build for the league. Not more ball friendly and not more diaboy. So looking at it is going to be the But the Yamal League in here then they say Adriana Kotoko and Hearts of Oak, even Gold Stars. So moving also per league now they need to double the effort because they have the same points. Gold Stars now 32. It's a week be a results no. It remember league table was thrown a change. We medium for now can be a alternative. And even Heart of Lions I think almost 31 points if I'm right. Almost also a wumpa. So it's been very, very competitive. So far bottom bottom we 11-1 desa. Obeka so mo de Nyoma Mfana. Push your making sure that they will also stay. So it makes it very, very, very difficult in this one. But Kotoko explain another Western region team. Only say recent time Kotoko Western region teams in a bar. I say mini rivalry be about league against Kotoko. Has the in recent time and the me who baby a has a bar. Born ye gidi I just say be your money Kotoko. Meaning that darling would be one is one with your mature owner. Also, friends can have a cobebia. First pan. Teams now their workroom to say be a second year Zake, second 11 wise. Oh, yeah, they are wise for the Kotoko 4. It was almost some red and white no crown. There is something like that. And I have smartphones so you're afraid to say has for. It's a majority of the boys say free second year on the book Kotoko Titania Dingina de Bangina, now wise for no also. And Hazake so enya your friend saying has swing Hazake's played say text and money salute money sa players no enti senka has na boko to na but the other side na best support against but in this recent times na and the has a kwa din na bi o makobo ball na ba but mon kotoko ni Gold Stars ba attention was so whichever venue on board either in Kumasi or Bibiani there is massive attention. But so what's the this idea now? Kotoko bomb mediama stakes near high. although kotoko ni media ma recent time there ntokwa anye den emma bi unze those time na takwa ni ade na but this trip unwo mo ba fair but game no stakes in air high even the same way say kotoko kra air ball your friends summer Texas and also stages no air high at least game no mo bond you to say very very competitive now Basake Holy Stars omon bibia to say Karela team na ye toko he no I say that team na Johnson Smith na ekuta sa team no and so omo different I say enye team omo toy omo different the first division no and omo de ba Samson Eduku mo na this our team no qualify and omo buy omo nya 1 or 2 players be they count and anytime they play Kotoko na a different match altogether omo first season Karela almost has 3-1 and omo say Kotoko so 3-1 the same venue Yakuba mo time so be kaya now Johnson Smith now wako take you over also on Mediama ekobo 1-1 Ottawa on Mediama kobo 1 I think it was his first match. Of course, we'll lose 1 or 2 matches be there. Also, SA Nations or SA Kotoko. So Kotoko should be very, very careful. Because player for player, they're Kotoko ahead. Kotoko also playing at home, Bibiako Momo. But the Johnson's made factor, the Kotoko should be very careful. Be Momo for game easy. Or Momo funny easy. Even if they are winning, or be Momo match. Because Johnson, your coach, he believes in quality of play. When you're a player, they will give you the chance to express yourself. At Kotoko, the players are not being given the chance to express themselves like Okas or more quality. That has been Kotoko's problem for a long time. Why? They know they are the best. They believe they are the best. They want the best. They go for the best. But how to get the best out of the best has always been a problem for Kotoko. Players from Basambu, how to miss a quality no Wandi. But how to get the best out of those qualities has always been a problem. It's in most players in recent times, though they are very good, but when they come to Kotoko, and the who they be no business na player when they kofa nana ni apam at the for the aba. But looking at how league and say if Kotoko wants to really win the league, which I know that they want to win there, I think it's a game where one of the games are more ready. Because the media are picking yet another winner, I'm picking winner done and dusted. Meaning so what's Masia? The emphasis media are picking win. Nakoro am picking winner. Almost straight lead, even Adriana bet me a straight lead, has also bet me a straight lead depending on the outcome. So it should be a must win for Kotoko to stay in contention. Because Adriana Kotoko has a book, Bessa Bobo Meboa. So Mumori Adriana ne Kotoko match or Ewo Doma has no Kotoko match or Kumasi. Meboa. Ena has ne Adriana's house or match way. Ewo Enkine. Nana say Grand Crino, Adriana no mobile no mabe 5 points. Legon. Okay. Only Papa, says Legon here and
But this is Legon. 5 matches and we're winning 4 and draw 1 per bone ton at
yeah. But always say only Adriana in recent times were crying or struggle.
Yeah.
And Adriana, so we don't know how Ombe prepared to come. It's becoming increasingly difficult. Increasingly difficult for Kotoko. See, this game there, it should be a must win. Because when we need game win, na say media mamos and media man Kotoko next game to see attack right. Ani aboy takwa the reverse leg no be takwa no so ya asem foforo. Because the time na media man fi say so mo shege lega. Unim takwa. Enye so mbe bibia ba mpa yo mbe bono wo nse wo ho.
Has ne media ma.
Has ne media ma.
Ne media ma Kotoko ne media ma.
Enyina wo.
Has ne media ma obebo won kran.
Yeah.
Because ono na kulusu.
Enye hu. Media ma team way any Blasters players, any local Blasters players, they has what your friends say. I claim you has or mom we are the goalkeepers. It don't bet at our idea about to enye. Inside the Americans say Kotoko they should make it, they should win. Sandy said 1-0 crown winner so that they will get more points. Not point starts or much more buying to contest. Because if they fail to win this one, it's going to be difficult. And I said the Alcas and League, a bit more. Nobody else a Basake for Bubiama Mediama. Because you and free the same area. Nobody else a Basake for maybe on Bubiama. Yes, maybe or better by or best second of a bear and bed. And these things are allowed. You say has here win. And as I said, when you're on the relegation, nay, has no more chance, almost has more relegation. No one can just say any more relegation. It's going to be a very wonderful, but Joseph Smith fact times, comes you to you have to be very, very careful because the open so winning leg in area. I can tell you 8 points in the crown and yet easy, but all lose we are now draw.
media they call 10 or 12 they are the Kotoko Super they be more FA Cup.
Tell Abraham mami na yenkaka
yeah
mami
fan start baby Mazi this year no o hwe anasa mami nwie na game na nkasa Accra so folk Accra Sports Stadium ni edika ka se na niema na has in lose with the until Kotoko share no but share House of Folk reset matches we fear and niema timi koye de mano and at this time around we see the weakest side in our league share Bobo ko ni de 11 wonders and come advantage o about 10 home matches and the Komanya 30 points 10 times 3 30 but o ma win just 2 games at draw back they can nyina o lose and share number of games omo ebo ofia enkoya na House of Folk so pick points no mu sha we Legon Sports Stadium na advantage at the mark House of Folk when a house be born wasabo be chimsa wo krumo etina obi anim senka Dreams FC ewo Legon ha 11 wonders house wo Legon na ka house be chemo Legon there ke operation 9 points but House of Folk can drop it 2 points that is answer or draw against Dreams FC. I had the very first time we move to that stadium one draw match and one share sad game or draw now and no can game yes league no ya call reverse is no every time has winning 2 consecutive games because this season has had 2 consecutive wins only once that was beating Dreams FC Tuba your friend is ni kreku otema esa ba be say 11 wonders war Accra everyone House of Folk winning matches in twice with him it has ko share ho game no be him say has ba be say Dreams FC nanka wanya for the very first time I winning 3 consecutive games this season but as I drop here point enti ama game ni kano o share 11 wonders war awe ni de anya kra awe ni de 11 wonders nya improve here but I will fear no almost watch match 2 matches and then so you and who share our recent meetings are wonders the team and you has only once 80 time 11 wonders a bag Ghana league and not even a team almost first 3 meetings in no draw and Sana has a status at wash and those meetings House of Folk our upper hand our advantage say obetimi ase and then you just our captain Ababaka oba be wura team nim aba be si akan that 10 years but already inclusion matches are obo bi nyina so mutimi nche enti House of Folk so lose say lose a lot of players obi ti say Amankwa Abafi obi ti say David Opanfra ne mu nyina ntimi nso amobi enti House of Folk aka say nye consistent team this season sene defender way ebeba the next day pair ne besesa ene we mu na beba na we mu besesa ene mfimfiri wono but Mauli Wayosu put things together so Wayosu wo ma the last time Wayoko say go run Jesse it was game against Dreams FC Wayo movie but we House of Folk top scorers and Wayo part but few minutes in wabo especially when no free bench about Wayo timi be ye niam ye the mark House of Folk so in the league game no say must win game for House of Folk by 11 wonders for super so omugina years and say almost dansuom say bibia nkoya fa momo ombesa kofa division 11 wonders so say o preja the money mono and it's a wonder se research kima this will free crime esa be se ko the northern part say nti ji so sabe stay with Tachiman say so be betena offense wo ba bi no abone matches akọ Tachiman ni sunwan ni ade a nti omuso so hwe sa ade no but game no there me call for 2 or more goals for us for the very first time 2 or more goals for us it's all down. Then go and get some measure. And it's all down. House of Folk bet me a bangy goals, you know, because shit.
David, I'm sorry. Okay, do a Yamin.
I'm so why I didn't mean so. Oba ka o kasa obo pesa so now the one class oba so
nana 11 one no Ghana team ana
no news 11 one that's one say has be say 2 eh say 11 one that's ana
emfa baby am won fa ho no Ghana
but I feel you cry no House of Folk am say greater correct teams has yade say has 11 wonders has Dreams wonya 4 points and when bi cry na wa cry bi
and we say ho so
almost ben and now we call the Liberty white card a card in the wall. Okay. A Liberty slot and all but technically was say dreams got to a time now be Eastern region but no Accra based club registered Accra Greater Accra Association and share more matches are or more born within apart from Kotoko stop pay House of Folk Accra House of Folk commanded that part no Obelusua Nese ya stretch yabano and away matches in team bianwa so about say House of Folk we so House of Folk away game House akose obrekum House about draw bechem House akose wo Baseke mebwa oko all out ekose omu 2-1 House of Folk akọ akọ winning House of Folk akobo draw wa gross wedru eti ba bia ya grounds a difficult House akobo draw against Aduana House of Folk eba wanti eniama tibi koye di ma House draw eti House of Folk on the road no ema game no so sase House of Folk performance wa we no better than say wa we no better than say obofi nti no away from home but House of Folk grounds were sa favor the last 5 games wa win 4 a draw baako and especially on Saturday Sunday games you know ne koye di ma House of Folk pa and the Kumasi the end mu be hye onu say Baseke for no asat 11:34 no ma do obuase it is o ma wura mu and say the MC o ma tra be kwayo your friend say anyan kwanta o mo ba team no so ye team a Ekuta Johnson Smith ne kan wasem Smith owo Nations FC Kotoko ntimi an the league da oka o technical team no league games obo e bia Kotoko ntimi an no and na no ado sa abese ne call Baseke omo na de Kotoko nkugo sas ye 2-1 and wako brekum asna bre bia atwam Kotoko ntimi an no ewo league games ni te say Kotoko timi she brekum no eti Johnson Smith so Bibi Sronko against Asante Kotoko and no wrong team na omo goalkeeper Prince Asempa ko experience but then branch first tie and they be awada and Asempa that just 2 games bi pe and no show omo di omo akire ho na Amakom boy eba ono so be kuta no fans di aba Van Dijk Jacob Boazi ewo one Prince Amponsa ofu okobo dreams buy no 4 and 5 no na yima no kwame ebo number 3 no na Abrante friend say Asante so bo 2 na Osha omo ye resolute and recent games omo abono away matches omo nya ade but don't forget say top teams in team share Baseke wawe Baseke akobo draw Aduana this season Aduana Stars and team an share Baseke Holy Stars say Aduana ntimi anyi league na one of the teams Aduana Stars share wo mo a entimi mo nje Ghana league pa no say omo tra ho ma Baseke be board draw Media Masters ntimi an share Baseke Media ma home it ended 1-1 Otakwa eti wo show omo drawn games omo ba one of the difficult grounds esa wo Ghana league ni mu pa ye bechem Baseke akobo draw eti omo away matches no omo win this particular season but zones wa dindima big class no omo kofa point enti anu na masa ha game no so hu so far Baseke ase Kotoko baako Kotoko ase ne baako aye draw eti Kotoko hu hu pa no Baseke nsuro because obi asobi the last season draw abatamu an e share first goal omo take no this eno mo ba Kumasi na Samotine do share the only goal no kwa ba early as be first 15 minutes na Kotoko ase ba Kotoko ntimi ase biem omo defend ya the ball no ko je also omo de ko ena this season omo ase Kotoko 2-1 enti suro na wo team bi mu so one Kotoko obo no Baseke nsuro bi because obi ase ba afa ne ebebo even number obi betim de anya win e de tia na yanko anasa drawn games no ebe koso and don't forget say Amas former student Prince Aviator eba Prince Tweneboa we school Amas just 2-3 years ago ono so na oparese Kotoko kromo and omo nyina eba na omo so wa chitafo bi a omo de bewuram Asante Kumasi ni omo one other guy eso ye Kumasi boy a omo nyina wo team ni mu a Dalempo your friend say Andy omo ba no omo de ehu a be firi omo poku omo nyina ye Kumasi boys a omo so eba omo de bibi so nko eba and omo fin for so Sylvester so for stability ni bibia enti ene no e kina nyame adom a ye wo game hwe but Kotoko so I prepare enough for Dogo versus Branch friends Abetamwa ebe my good football actually say almost so hono but there ba ko ebetimi atokotoko so ye o man hwe ye de saa de ne be ba ma baseke fo na nya control pa say o mu be try so be impressive supporters no because of the presence of Abetamwa players na anya careful e de saa no be ma one real boss on be bagu no na the o na e ko draw nti o munya careful
Mirase darling pony team better as in there. Mo better as in there wo commentary position.
Some will share BYT.
We quick
one. Onim se Kotoko 20 matches Baba Nyara Sports Stadium. Kotoko winning 15, emu 5 fire draw. Omun Lusui in their last 20 games. But one gamer a bit very difficult and the Kotoko against Baseke Holy Stars. So so during that game we panel catch us supporters no they have to come to stadium to avoid defeat. And they say Obi Baba Kotoko if they only want to continue the Omoye say 20 games Kotoko entimin lusuo Baba Nyara Sports Stadium and you say Omoba Stadium oni kakabo na so folk there no how so folk so bo one of the tricky games for this season Andy and very tricky with all the stats BYT ka nina favor House of Folk or Investor of Ghana Stadium washe vision washe nations washe samates only dreams about draw when it comes to Accra House of Folk born kind teams this season BYT the starts in ba House of Folk form guide and shut down koye ofie but they are better than 11 that's not in Ebono but let's not forget say Andy, everyone that bought World Cup ne. A World Cup now everyone that see bebo. Yes, it do that from no instruction as yet. Everyone that was just 9 points. Between or no, anyone where United Crano or relegation bonk 10 points. And teacher key. 4 games involved. Aka 15 matches. So they have 11 games to settle on. Can they win? Everyone that's Omwenya ko relegation no so enesa do per calculation no betima kaso omuwom but Andy enye easy entine House of Folk should avoid complacency say everyone there's obi no that 1-0 no mo show mo first round bro mo bra no edru baby they were calling for penalty omo de restore parity enti game ni shada nyafo do Enkuntabuo utiti frina the big kanwa with all the stats Obeka House of Folk Gina Brane House of Folk is superior when it comes to these two teams omu games House of Folk ebe timashe but ene 11 wonders ebe wura game nimu ye pa omu bomb World Cup players they want to express themselves omu person mu ye bibi no omu ka say be a motivation wa form be a salary sima 11 wonders ne nkoye we saw that against Kotoko last season, Legon Cities. Okay. When na Kotoko no Andy, Kotoko ko Legon Cities, omo share Kotoko. Now, everyone that say babebo players omo babe babe showcase omo achre areas in Ghana Premier League clubs say yes, your team ni nkoye but individually we have that skill set. You bet to match and to move bi na BYT kan Emmanuel Boateng omo captain. They are number 10 on about that quarter star role. On your bad player. They are having good players, but just that any man koye to assembly them 1 or 2 be almost motivated. Internet has any very careful, but on any good day has a favorite.
Mirase, darling Paul, ebesane team na sa betrase na has game no mo de hunsem nyina de abanti more obetimi atene nyina enso atimi de free onti nyina yeah sorry so fancy but quick one happy birthday enko Emma Kofi Shamo Papa Shamo, Kofi Shamo, and your birthday. Happy birthday to you, bro. Nyankopon Sharpa from the entire team. Any guys, Nina, we show a special happy birthday. Shamo birthday na says Saturday. Tiende wa check renati to be free. Never be kika utun said ne obe rolly. Ah, minim baby and Kofi Shamo ubenyano. Shamo, happy birthday to you, my brother. Nyankopon Inshra we pa na. We saw a quick grand opening Basu Nyami Adma on Monday we are the Royal Plata ewo abrepo omoben girls school honoma na aduane eno moton Monday na nyame yadoma omo ebie ne commenti se obididi ni sare nyina no ahye no se Royal Plata ese Monday omo show mo dwumadi ase yada mo nyina ase abisho se okay Paul
and the birthday ba konso wa ha happy birthday kwadi ama Mr. Boama or Dakuman Kokompe ewon kran na o se Felata Kofi Anelka, Crucial Anelka, NSA and wish you happy birthday. And to Mr. Boama, or Dakuma Kokompe, Yamin Shop, Brenne, Udi, Wawodan, Anelka, UK, also I wish you happy birthday.
Okay.
And Mr. Sensu birthday, Asante Kotoko, a corporate and external affairs manager, Kwabena Asensu Nina. And then birthday no monitor tea. Say I'm wishing a happy birthday tea. Mr. Kwabena Senso Asante Kotoko supporters new BBI Jina na ya wish you a happy birthday and so and that's why the birthday of a year Honorable Kojoba Ajiman. Sir and you Honorable Kojoba Ajiman now or a former member of parliament Asante Achima Gugu Mpesu so enti was also be Ghana digital director was also NSC board chairman there's only post our DDA bebre na in politics there wa play role was also a media personality and the birthday enti once again me we say Honorable Kojoba Ajiman former MP Asante Achimnof a happy birthday and so on.
Yeah, it's Nyankopo Aduma Ebesanso Atwas. Yeah, have a wonderful weekend and stay blessed. Yakra Obia.